You can start recording if you have not started it. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you all on this workshop on Let's Embrace AI, a workshop in AI. So this webinar or this workshop is conducted by Vidya Shakti, and the first session will be taken up by me. My name is Kaushik Raghavan, and I work for this organization called Resilio Labs. So in this session, we will try to see how we can use AI for many things, right? So I could see many of you are from BCA background, basically computer science background, right? Or maybe I have also seen people with chemistry background. I've seen somebody with physics background. So there are people from various walks of, uh, various departments. So here we will try to showcase how effectively you can use AI for the entire, maybe it could be for your studying, or you can preparing for an exam, or maybe you want to do a project, or you want to prepare your resume, or anything for that matter, right? So we will just try to cover. So we are trying to help you by equipping you with whatever tools and technologies that are available for AI. Now, before we actually get started, is there anybody in the audience who don't know Tamil? I mean, though the session is going to be English, there are going to be some cases where I would want to, talk in Tamil as well. So if there is somebody who doesn't know Tamil, okay, so I'll try to keep as much as possible in English, but maybe uh, one or two times I might just shift to Tamil. But yeah, I would okay. So this we will try to keep it. I think I have seen some people saying that they are not uh, having Tamil as mother tongue. So we will try to keep it to English as much as possible. Okay, fine. I got it. Okay, so we will try to keep it in English as much as possible. Okay, or mostly to English. Okay, so let us stick to that. Okay, so let's get started. So good morning, everyone. So before I go on with my slides, I want to start with a question. How many of you have already used AI today? So just think, how many of you have already used AI today? So you can maybe raise your hands, or yeah, I could see, yes, I could see somebody saying that I have used AI, right? So you might be, if some of you might be thinking, no, not me, but just pause for a second. Did you use Google Maps to get to college? I know you would have not used Google Maps to get to college, but maybe not today. Maybe to somewhere else you would have used Google Maps to get to somewhere else, or maybe to your friend's house, or maybe you scrolled through Instagram, or you got a movie recommendation on Netflix, or you used your spelling checker while typing. Guess what? You have already been touched by AI even before entering this workshop. So now imagine this. AI is not something sitting inside your chat GPT or your phone. It is like electricity was 100 years ago, invisible everywhere, and transforming every industry from healthcare to cricket analytics to Bollywood script writing. You could actually write a movie script with AI, right? Or maybe you can use it to brainstorm your movie script with AI, right? So here is an exciting part. Uh, you are going to be the generation that does not just use AI but shape it. See, 20 years back when I finished my graduation, AI it was there only to textbooks. We have never seen any AI being used when we were in college. Not just in college, even after we started working, we haven't had used AI at least for the first 15 years of my career, right? So first 15 years, so I've like completed 20 years of my career. So the first 15 years of career, I have not used AI. So we are using only AI in the last, 5 years. Or I could say we have been using AI very, what do you call, extensively in the last 2, 3 years after the, advent of ChatGPT and other LLM models. Even before that, we were using AI, but not everybody were using AI. Very few select people, maybe researchers or some advanced software developers were using AI. But that's it, right? But if you look at the last 2, 3 years, anybody can use AI after the advent of ChatGPT. So you, the current generation who are now going to graduate, you are the generation that you are not just going to use AI. You are the people, like for example, ours was the generation where we did not use computer, but we shaped how the computer will be used. We are the generation where we made the computer from a very large machine to a laptop or even to a phone, right? Now, when I was studying in my college, 20 years back or 24 years back, we were in the first year of my engineering. My department HOD called us all to the lab. He wanted to show a very, very interesting thing. And he made all of us uh, into one room in our computer lab, which was running with full AC. And he said, "Hey guys, we have bought a new server for our lab. And you know what? Its capacity, it is 128 MB RAM." Right? He was telling like that. Right? See, this is a 128 MB RAM. Now our phone itself has, 8 GB RAM, right? 8 GB RAM. But then 15 years, 20 years back, a 128 MB RAM machine itself was a server, right? So we were the generation who shaped the the evolution of computer from a large desktop to a very, very compact device. Now you are the generation who is going to shape how this AI is going to be used, how this is going to work, what are the policies which are you. Some of you might become IAS officers who are going to, shape how the AI will be used in governments. You are the people who are going to, I don't know, none of you, because I see all of you from, uh, arts or engineering background. So none of you might become a doctor in this room, but there might be some of your friends of your same age who are going to become doctors, who are going to define how the AI is going to be used by the doctors, how it can be used for treatment. So you are the generation that doesn't just use AI, but you are going to shape it. Whether you are studying engineering, commerce, arts, design, AI will be part of your professional toolkit. Think of it as a super collaborator, like the smartest study partner who never sleeps. Today, we are going to explore not just what AI is, but how to embrace it, how to play with it, use it to stand out in our future careers. By the end of this session, you will stop asking why AI will replace me and start asking how can I team up with AI to do things I never imagined possible. So buckle up because this is going to be an eye-opening ride into the world where your curiosity meets the power of AI. Before we get started, let me show you a simple image. Can any one of you tell me what is the image on the left hand side and what is the image on the right hand side? There are two images you see. There are two images you see on your screen. I'm giving you some time. I'm just looking at your answers. Okay, some of you have replied typing machine, typewriter, no, first type rating machine, typewriter. Yes, Guru Prasanna. Guru Prasanna has given the correct answer. Enigma. Enigma machine on your left hand side. What is there on the right hand side? Enigma. Guru Prasanna has said it is Enigma machine. That is your and many people also have typed Guru Prasanna. Then Giri Prasad has typed Enigma. Then Adityan has typed Enigma. Haridasan has typed Enigma. And one person, Bharani P, typed the one on the left hand side. Bombay mission. Yes. The first one on the left hand side is, so this one, okay, this one that you see, right? This one that you see is actually an Enigma machine. And this is a Bombay machine. Okay. You know what these are? You know what these are? Can somebody tell me what these machines are? So during World War II, the Nazis, right? The Nazis, they created a machine for exchanging their messages. Okay, during World War II, they wanted to exchange their messages. To exchange their machines, they created Enigma. Okay, Enigma was the German cipher machine used in World War II. It encrypted military communications into seemingly unbreakable codes. Each day, operator would reset the machine's new rotor and plug board settings, meaning billions of possible combinations. Cracking Enigma required more than human pattern spotting. It needed systematic automation of reasoning. So Enigma is a machine which generates a code word. Now it is very impossible to break. But then there was this father of artificial intelligence, as I would say. Somebody might disagree, but I would say the father of AI, Alan Turing. Okay, Alan Turing was the guy who created this machine called Bombay, which will where he used all the what we call sophisticated math that is behind today's artificial intelligence. Uh, he used all these computational techniques and created another machine which will decrypt the uh, machines sent by Germans. So the Enigma will send the messages in a secret way. It is not practically possible by humans to uncode it or decode it, whereas Bombay, a machine created by Alan Turing, was able to uncrypt all these machines. And this is how the world averted one of the reasons. This is one of the reasons how Germany was captured or how they were defeated in World War II, and it saved the entire humankind. Okay, so Alan Turing was the first person to actually start thinking about AI in World War II. That means the AI has actually started 100 years before, almost 100, not 100 years before, let's say 80 years before. Okay, 1940s is where World War II happened. So 80 years before the AI has started. Okay, but then there were no modern computers or latest computing technology was not there, even computers were not there, so it was very very difficult for them to create an AI machines in those days. And then afterwards he also wrote a book called can machines actually think, like that he wrote books. But then he died at a very young age. He died at the age of 42 for a different reason. You can look for this particular, all these things. You can watch this movie. Can somebody tell me the movie name? There is a movie on him, on how he invented this Bombay, how this Enigma will work. For all these things, there is a movie. Has anybody watched it? Can Has anybody watched that movie? It's a movie called The Intimation Game. Sorry, The Imitation Game. It's a movie called The Imitation Game. It is available in Amazon Prime. It's available in Amazon Prime. So you can go ahead. Yes, correct. Haridas, you are right. Haridas Sudan. Harihara Sudan. Yes, you are right. It is the movie called The Imitation Game in 2014. It came. Yeah, there's several people also have answered it, right? Yes, good, good. Yeah. So The Imitation Game, you can actually watch this movie. It is available in Amazon Prime, and you can know what was the need for AI to start, or and Alan Turing also created something called as a Turing machine, or he also coined a term called Turing test. How many of you know what is a Turing test? Many of you know what is a Turing test? Suppose if you put a curtain behind a computer and ask a question, and we also have a human being, both computer and human being are sitting next to each other, and we are putting a curtain, and another person is asking a question. If the person who is asking a question is not able to differentiate whether a human gave the answer or a computer gave the answer, that means the Turing test has passed. Now, if you look at, so till now, people thought that Turing test was not possible, but after LLM models, large language models like ChatGPT, Turing test machines that pass Turing test are very much possible. Okay, so this is where the AI actually started, and from then onwards, then they were not using AI that much. But then in late 1990s, okay, so in the previous century, where you were all not born, right? You were all born in 21st century. We were all born in 20th century, I think, right? This will be the only time, maybe another few years, the only time where a person who has studied in a previous century is going to teach the people of the next century, right? Anyways, so till late 90s, this was not used that much. Or data analytics were not used that much. And then in late 90s, the movement of data analytics started. This data analytics started with a very, very simple problem that it solved. Now, there is how many of you have seen DMart? How many of you have seen DMart? It is there in Trichy, right? The DMart supermarket. Okay, some of you have seen, right? So, or maybe you would have seen a lot of supermarkets, right? You would have seen a lot of supermarkets here and there, right? Now, in US, there is a very large supermarket called Walmart. In US, there is a very large supermarket called Walmart. Walmart is like, if somebody has seen a D-Mart, it will be the 10 times of a D-Mart. A Walmart will be 10 times the size of a D-Mart. So such a big supermarket. Okay. So in Walmart, they were trying to solve one problem. See, if somebody wants to buy things, it is taking a very long time for people to search. Okay. If somebody wants to buy, say, for example, I bought bread. Okay. If I buy bread, what is the next thing I will buy? If I bought bread, what is the next thing I will buy? Jam or butter, right? Jam or butter. So, what is the right thing to do in the shop? I will keep bread in one rack, and the next rack I will put butter and jam. Correct? Why? Because the people will be, it will be easy for people to pick it. Or maybe I'll also have eggs, because if somebody wants to make a bread omelette, right? So I'll put bread, eggs, jam, and butter together so that they can buy them together, finish their shopping quickly, and leave early, right? So they can quickly buy the. So what DMart wanted to do is, what are the things that are frequently bought together? Suppose if somebody buys bread, he buys jam. If somebody buys, pineapple, he will buy a knife or something like that. Okay. Or if somebody is buying wheat, he will buy vegetables, right? Something like that. So what Walmart wanted to do is, they wanted to process all their bills. Every bill, all bills will have what? All receipts or bills, right? They will have, right? What are all the items they were bought, right? So what they did was, they analyzed all these, bills. They ran a data analytics program and tried to find out what are all the items that are bought together. Like, for example, jam is bought with butter, eggs are bought with butter, or bread is bought with jam. Apple, people who buy apple also buy something else. So like this, all these are, they try to create a strategy. Okay. Now they found a very, very interesting thing, which actually started the movement of data analytics. So they found out something, right? People who bought beer also bought something else. Okay. Now, just imagine or make a guess. If you already know, don't answer. Okay. I will tell you, I will give you time to answer it. But if you don't know the answer, just imagine and guess what people would have bought after buying beer. Suppose if somebody has bought beer, what they will buy? Somebody says chips. Okay. Then what else? Snacks. Pickles. Very good. Water. Very good. Chicken. Okay. Beer can mock up. Okay. Snacks. Okay. Then chicken. Then cups. Snacks. Bargavi. Sorry. Water bottle. Snacks. Okay. Cool drinks, French fries, glass, plastic cup, snacks, okay, chips, burger. Very good. This Saturday, Sunday தான் வேலையா இருக்கும் போலயே. Huh? So I have noted all your names. Now I understand how you are enjoying your weekends with Bear, right? Chuma, I was just kidding, right? Yeah. You're all giving a lot of answers, right? Popcorn, perfume, beer and perfume. Oh my God. How? Why? If I may ask, why? Why do you buy? Okay. Beer and perfume? Due to smell. Oh, okay. Okay. Butter jam. Okay. Biscuit. Okay. Now, to all your surprise, none of your answers are actually right. None of your answers are actually right. Okay, somebody says vada, right? So no, all your answers are right. Wrong. Okay. The correct answer is people who bought beer bought diapers. People who bought beer bought diapers. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows why. But what has happened when they did this data analytics? They used something called as frequency pattern mining. Okay. They did something called as frequency pattern mining. And what they found was people who bought beer also bought diaper. Why? I don't know. Why? They also don't know. So when you do data analytics, when you do data science, when you apply the concept of data science and technology, you will be surprised to see the facts. But this is a fact. See, even if you go to Google, right? If you go to Google, right, and type, you simply type like this: beer and, it will automatically come beer and diapers. Beer and diapers phenomena is a famous case study in real retail analytics, highlighting how data can reveal unexpected customer behavior. Right? You can go and read about this. You can go and read about this. So, what I am trying to tell you is that why? Yeah, why I don't know. Many people are asking why, sir. I also don't know. But this is what the data says. The data is saying like that. People who bought beer also bought diapers. Okay, there is one reason which I know. In US, right? During weekends, the newly born child, right? The husband, right? The wives, right, who are taking care of children, will leave the children to their father and they go for shopping or outing. Okay, so during that weekend time, the fathers usually take care of the kids. So, in order to take care of the kids, right, now they buy diapers. Okay, but because they feel that it is a too much of work, they also bought beer. Okay, it is, yeah, as somebody said, right, it is because of a family man's pressure. Correct, right? True. It could be so many reasons, but this is a fact. So, what I am trying to tell you is that when you start applying data analytics, you will be surprised to see how AI or data analytics can give you information and insights that you cannot even imagine. Okay, so let us proceed with our topics. Okay, so the after this, okay, after this, there are many people who started using data analytics. Then now at the point came, we have to understand the differences between artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence, data analytics, data science, and machine learning. Okay, so AI is a broadest field. Okay, it is the science of making machines um, that can mimic human intelligence. Okay, this involves things like reasoning and problem solving, learning from the experience, understanding language like Siri or Alexa, perceiving the world like a self-driving car, right, which stops when seeing a stop sign board. Okay, the goal of AI is to create smart systems that can perform tasks that would normally require a human brain. Altogether, all other concepts you have, uh, like all other concepts like machine learning, data analytics, or data science are all subsets of AI. Now, when you talk about machine learning, see, machine learning is a concept inside AI which is mostly working with respect to learning from the data. Okay, it learns from the data. Now, it is like, see, there are some computer science students in this, right? Suppose if I give two numbers, right, and ask you to, find the sum of these two numbers, you will write a program. You will take the input, right, and you will write a logic for adding these two numbers, and then you will print it. So that's a traditional coding. But machine learning is, you will give the input, you will give, suppose if you are adding two numbers, right? You will give the input and you will also give the output. So what you will do is, you are giving the input and you are also giving the output. You give the, in an Excel table, you will give A, B, and you will have one more column, sum. So you are going to give A, B and sum as well. And then when you feed it to the machine learning algorithm, it will find out the logic. Understand the difference. Okay. Programming is where you give the input and the logic, where output comes. But whereas in machine learning, you give the input as well as the output, it will give you the logic. That is what is the concept of machine learning. Okay. Then you have data science. So data science is a very broad area which uses multidisciplinary studies. Like, you can go into psychology, it will use machine learning. So it's a combination of so many things. Like, for example, the beer and diaper analogy is a classic case of data science. Okay. Then you have something called data analytics. So data analytics is like, you are given a data, from the data you are trying to find out some insights. For example, if I give you a supermarket's sales data, you will try to find out in which month there were more sales, in which day of the week there are more sales, okay, in which hour of the day there are more sales. Say, for example, now if you just go to the here, if you just go to Google, right? I'm saying, let's say, Heaven's Supermarket. Okay. Now, if I go to this Heaven Supermarket, let's say I select one. Okay. Now, in this, if you say, right, it is now saying which hour it is busy, right? It is saying less busy than usual. Now here at this time it is usually a little busy. Okay. So how is it giving this information? It is giving this information because they have done a data analytics on this. How many people are coming at that time? Which time there are more bills getting generated? So based on this, so this is basically an idea of data analytics. This is basically an idea of data analytics. So you have, so if you look at the whole gambit of AI, right? So you have AI, which is the broadest field. Then you have machine learning, where it tries to learn the logic, right? Or the how the output is arrived from input, based on input and output. Then you have something called the what do you call data science, where we are using multiple areas of data and then we are trying to get that. And then we have data analytics, where we simply use the data and try to find the insights from the data. So just to give you a rough idea, AI, the idea is to mimic human intelligence. Key questions is, how can we make machines smarter, right? Machine learning is to make how to teach a machine to learn, okay? Data science is, you extract knowledge and insights from data using various domains and technologies. And data analytics is basically analyze the past data for insights. Okay, we are looking for what happened and why. Right? So this is basically with respect to the data analytics. Yeah, to visualize the data is called data analytics. Correct. To visualize the data is called data analytics. Correct. Now, moving forward. Now, let us come to the crux of this particular today's session. So when it comes to AI, right, there are three different things. One is AI model development. That is, you are creating a new AI model itself. Suppose you are creating a new chat GPT, or you are creating a new CNN model, or you are creating a new algorithm. So you are working on research where you are creating a new algorithm itself, or you are creating a new programming language for AI, right? So you are basically creating a new model. So that's a highest level of working on AI. The next stage is you are going to develop applications using AI. For example, let's say we are developing an application like Uber, right? So when you use Uber or Ola or Swiggy, what is happening is the moment you log in, it is using some already existing AI models and suggesting you that you will like this dish, or it will take this much time to deliver this item. So Uber or Swiggy or many of these apps, they don't develop the AI model. They use the existing AI model and they develop applications. And then there is a third stage where we use these AI applications for productivity. That means we are going to use the applications like ChatGPT or Notebook LM or several other applications. We are not using the model. We are not creating the model. We are using an application which is created using the model, and we are going to just use that model for productivity. So we are going to use a pre-built AI tools to make our work easier. For example, if you are a student, you can use a tool like Grammarly to check the grammar or write using an AI tool to generate idea for a blog post, right? So this is a Grammarly is an example of a AI tool. Grammarly is an example of AI tool. It will tell you if you are writing anything wrong, right? Or if you are typing something wrong, if there is any grammatical mistakes, if there is any spelling mistakes, all these things will be told by Grammarly. Now come to the concept of the generative AI. Okay, so right now, if you look at the tools like Chat GPT or Gork or Gemini, they are all the examples of generative AI tools. Okay, what they do is they have been trained on enormously large amount of data. They have been trained on enormously large amount of data, which using which they have acquired conversational skills. That means they can talk and think like human beings. It can be used for creating chatbots, content creation, designing a website, or discovering a drug, or you can also write it to use generate code and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, there are so many tools that are available for generating these for working on generating AI. So this class is not about ChatGPT. Okay, first thing, though we might use here and there, but in this next 1 hour or so, I am not going to cover ChatGPT per se, but rather I am going to cover on various aspects of how you can use AI for building various kinds of tools. Now, there are different LLM models. ChatGPT is one of them. Then you have Gemini, which is by Google. Then you have something called Claude, which is mainly for coding. If you want to write code, right, you can use Claude. Then you have Llama. This is by Facebook. Okay, Llama is by Facebook, which is again a very interesting tool. Um, then Mistral. These are all various tools, right? These are all. Quantum computer is not part of AI, but what quantum computing can do is it can help you to do what AI does now in 5 days. It can help you do it in a minute. So it can help you to do fast. But the problem with quantum computing is still there are a lot of errors. Okay. So there it uses something called as qubits. So there are a lot of errors which are still there. So again, Google has created an error correction algorithm and stuff like that, but still we are not there. But yes, that is going to be the next big leap. That is quantum computing and AI is going to be the next leap. Okay. So now let us get started with using some of the tools. Okay. Prompt engineering. You all know that, how to give a good prompt so that you will get a better answer. For example, instead of simply saying to ChatGPT, tell me about a cat, right? You can write this, explain the key difference between a domestic cat and a wild lynx, focusing on their size, habitat, and behavior structure. Use simple, non-technical terms. Basically, it is the more inputs that you give to a prompt will get you a better answer. Okay, will get you a better answer. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to see some of the examples of how a, uh, LLM can be used. Okay, so the first example that I am going to start today is called as Replit. Okay, it's called as Replit. Okay, now you're all so Replit is used for creating simple applications, or you can also create complex applications without actually writing code. Without actually writing code, you can create this one. Okay, there is also a free version to it. Okay, you can use the free version. Okay, now, but you can also, you can also, pay some very minimum amount and you can get a better version of it. So what I will teach you today is how do you create your profile website. You are all going to complete your BE or BCom or BCA, right? You want to, instead of just giving a resume, you can also create a just one second. Okay. So instead of creating a resume, you can create a profile for yourself. You can create your own profile. Okay, which will showcase your skills, which will showcase your education details. All these things it will create. Now I will show you how to do this. Okay, so you have to simply go to this replit.com, replit.com. Once you go to this replit.com, then you can simply sign in. Once you sign in, now see what happens. Now I'm going to say create a profile website for showcasing skills, education, and other details that will help me in job search. Okay, like this you simply write. Okay, then what happens? It will, now it is trying to build a profile for you. It is creating a profile. Just wait. Okay, it will take some time and it will create. So we will wait till it creates. See, but it does not know what is my profile, what is my name, nothing it knows. So what we will do is we will wait for it to create a website. Okay, and once it creates the website, then we will adjust it to create a profile website. Okay, you can also do now, if you are all on your computer, you can also do. All you need is your photo and your resume. All you need is your photo and your resume, your passport size photo, and if your resume is there, you can create it. Right now, what it has started doing, it has started creating a website. Okay, it will take some time. It will take at least 3 to 4 minutes. So let us wait. So not only this, right? There are also several tools like this. Like for example, you have Claude. Okay, Claude itself has its own website where you can do it. Or there are also other websites where you can do this. So now it has started creating the website. Okay, it is not done yet. It's still in the process. What happened? Approve plan. Yes, upload the plan. So it is asked now. See, you can see that it has now created a web page. It is full not. It is not still ready. It is taking some time. So you can see on your left hand side, it is considering options and so many things. Let us wait. Yeah, somebody said Bolt. Yes, Bolt.ai is also another website where you can use it. So it is still working. You can see that on your left hand side, it is working. So it will take some time. Okay. So by the time it creates, right? Let me also take you to the other website, right? Now this website is called as Olama. So there, this is a website called Olama where you can download and create your own chat GPT. For example, if you go to the models, right? There are so many models, GPT, OSS, DeepSeek, Gemma, right? There are so many such models. Now, what you can do is, for example, if you want to create a chat GPT for Dayanand Sagar College, Dayanand College, right? So what you can do is, you can simply download this, maybe go to, again, you have to spend some time for learning this, okay? So what you can do is, you can go to YouTube, okay? You can go to your YouTube and look for, okay, go to YouTube and look for open web UI plus and Olama installation. Okay, so if you just go there, there are so many such videos. You can use any one of these videos and create your own private chat GPT. So you don't have to buy or subscribe anything. You can create a separate chat GPT for Dayanand Sagar College or Dayanand College, right? So the point is, suppose you want to create a chat bot for admission related queries or all the programs that are offered. Okay. So you can create a chat GPT with the knowledge of only the Anand Sagar College. And what it will do is it will basically, answer only questions pertaining to your college. Like that, you can create it. So, but for this, you might have to learn. So again, this is just a 4 hour eye-opening session. We cannot go into depth of any of these topics. But here I am giving you some pointers, right? Maybe future we will have a separate session for Open Web UI and Olama alone. Separately, we can have a session later. But right now, you can just go ahead and see where, yes, Open Web UI and Olama, both are open source. They are free. Both are open source. That means they are free. Okay. So you can, all you need is a good machine, a good machine with good CPU or GPU. Your lab will have computer science lab will have a big machine, right? So inside that machine, take a server size machine and you can install this. And this is, yes, this is free. You are not charged for this. Okay. So let us go back to our this one. So now it is still creating. Okay. It is still creating the profile. Let us wait for a few more minutes. Okay. So it is still creating. It is creating some backend code also it is creating. Let us wait. So let us wait for another few. Yeah, it is almost done, I think. Just a second. So there is a question where I could see that somebody has asked. Wait. Let me just go through the questions first. Okay. So now you can see that the complete thing has been created, but it is not according to me. It is somebody else's profile. So what I want to do is now I will say here its name is John Smith. Okay. So I'm going to say change the name to Kaushik Raghavan. That's my name. Okay. So I'm now chatting with the application to create the website according to me. See what it has done. It has created a generic website. Okay. It has all details, skills, experience, education, projects, everything is there. But it is not according to what I wanted. Okay. So now I am saying you have done it in a wrong way. I'm saying my name is not John Smith. Change the name to Kaushik Raghavan. So I have done it. Next, the photo. This photo does not belong to me. Now, what I will do is I will say I will give my photo. I will give my photo. This is my photo. And I will say change the photo and make it small in a circle like a headshot. Okay. So I have done both. Okay. So I've asked it to change the name, and I've also asked it to change the photo and make it make it small in a circle with like a headshot. Okay. So let us wait. So it is now doing some work. Let it do that, and we will wait for it to respond. Yeah, anybody can use it. It all you need is to just make sure you are giving the right prompt, right? If you give the right prompt, then it will basically anybody will be able to use this. It's not a very big deal. Okay, not a very big deal. See, I am doing it. I have not written even a single line of code. I have not written. Right? I am just typing my messages. Um, why is it saying? Okay, let it come back now. It is taking some time. It is saying determining next options, right? Now it is almost ready, is what it says. Let us wait. Okay, now it says, I will update your name from John Smith to Kaushik Raghavan. It is now saying on the left hand side, right? So, again, there is also email somewhere that also I don't think it will change or something like that will change. See, now you can see that my name has changed here. The name Kaushik Raghavan has changed. The next thing that I have given is I have given it to change the photo. Also, what is happening is all the technical skills that it is showing is all wrong. This is all not mine. Okay, this is all not mine. Okay, so what I will do is I will give my resume. I will give my resume and ask it to change everything according to my resume. Okay. Now it is having its own this one. See now it has now uh, trying to work. I am not doing anything. I have just asked it to change my photo, right? So it has taken my photo and it is going to, it says, I'll update you to use your personal headshot to make it smaller in a circular format. Okay, I've given it, right? So it is how well you are giving the input matters. See, now my photo has changed. Now my photo has come. Next, all the details in the website are all not right. What I am going to do is, I am going to say, I'm going to attach my resume. I'm going to attach my resume. Dr. Kaushik Raghavan. This my resume is there, and I'm going to say, please or change the website with the contents from my resume. Okay. So what I did, I gave my resume. I gave all my educational qualifications, everything I have done. And then I am saying, change the website based on my resume. Because it has created a generic template. It has created a generic template. So what now I am doing? I am giving my website name or my resume and asking it to change. Now it is saying, I'll update your profile website with actual content. Right. Now you will see everything changing here. Please wait another 5 minutes. You will see all of this changing. Just give it a minute. It will change my about, my skills, experience, because all these are there in my resume. Okay. So what I have done is, when you are sitting on this laptop, right? Just by writing in English, right? Just by writing in English, the website name will come. Wait, this website name. Okay, the website name is replit.com. The place where you can create is replit.com. This is the website name, replit.com. See, now you can see the contents of this have changed. Dr. Kaushik Raghavan, data science professional. Now it is all data from my resume. It is giving data from my data, right? Still, it is not done. Okay, so it is still showing somebody else thing. Wait, it is still updating. Please wait. So it is still not done. So it is still updating actual sections, skills. Now it is actually taking it from my resume. It is giving all the data from my resume. Yes. And education qualifications, right? Education qualification, somehow it did not, it is still doing it. Let us wait for it to complete. So what I did, I went to this website called replit.com, right? And first, what I said, create a profile website showcasing my skills, experience, projects, and other things. Then it created a raw template. Then what I did, I said the name is wrong, change it to Kaushik Raghavan. Then it changed. Then what I did, the photo is wrong. I gave my photo, then it changed the photo. Then I gave my resume and asked it to work on it. Now you can see about correctly shows skills. This is still not done, I think. Experience, it is correctly showing. Now I am working as AVP in Resilio Labs. Before that, I was a senior project officer at IIT Madras. Before that, so all my resume it is showing. It is giving my educational qualifications clearly, PhD. Then it shows my masters. Then it shows my this thing. Then it shows my publications, right? Then it shows all the details, right? So my entire website is, my complete profile is created in less than 20 minutes. I have not even spent even a single rupee, right? The website is done. Now what you can do is, you can simply say deploy. Okay. You can deploy to, okay, but for this it will ask you to do it, but I'll say simple HTML pages. Okay. So I can simply say deploy. It says asking me to upgrade, but I can simply go and so choose. Okay, it is still running. Yeah. Wait. So I can simply create this website, right? Replit. Okay. The website is ready, right? Now what we have to do is we'll have to deploy it. Deploy means anybody in the world should be able to see it, right? Anybody in the world. I have to give my website address, right? So deploy. Mm, I can simply say upgrade. Right now I don't want to upgrade, but you can simply go ahead and do an upgrade. It is your current plan. We cannot do it. Okay, just a minute. What we will do is we will get the code.
Today I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about deployment.
Wait, I am just trying to get the code. One minute. Deployments. Hmm. Okay. The preview. From the preview, you can. Right. Wait for it to come up. Right. So you can just give this link, right? So in this, what you can do is, sorry, I missed out. So on the right hand corner, okay, you have this open tab. You can just click this, it will give you a URL. You can just give this. Suppose if you want to give this URL with your name, then you might have to buy a that pro version that is $25 a month. No, I don't want all those things. I'm just giving you a temporary link, right? So you can just create this temporary link and give it to your friends. Your profile website is ready without writing even a single line of code. All you did was you simply used your resume, your photo, and you gave a prompt. A website is built in just like that. Is this interesting? Is this interesting? How to use AI for creating a professional website. You can also create apps. You can create a website for your department function. You can create a website for your department function. Maybe you can create it for your hostel day. Anything. You whatever you want, you can do it. Okay. And you can ask your, maybe you can all form a group of people and buy a $25 thing. Several, not just one professional website. Several websites can be created. 10 people can collaborate and put each dollar one or $2, right? And then you can create a website and make a professional, that paid version also you can take. So this is one use case of how you can use AI for creating a professional website like this. Is this clear? The website name is Replit. Website name is Replit. Okay. Now this is section one. Now let me go and take you to the next topic where I want to cover a tool called this is going to be another interesting thing. Okay. So here what I have done is there is a tool called Notebook LM. Notebook. Again, so our colleagues will also cover this in much detail. I will cover you things that are that how as a student you can use it. Okay. So this Notebook LM again is a free version. Notebook LM is again a free tool. Notebook LM is again a free tool. All you need is your Google Gmail ID password. Okay. You can just, it is by Google only. So you can simply click on try Notebook LM. And once you have go to the Notebook LM, you can simply say create new. Then it will create a new one. Studying, This can be used for doing research. This can be used for discussing. This can be used for so many things. Now I'm going to show you an example. Okay. Now in computer architecture and organization, all have this sign, this one, right? Computer architecture and organization. Yes or no? Computer architecture. Or it could be any other subject. Okay. Any other subject of your choice. Okay. Now, I want to study about that. I want to study that in a better way. So what I am going to do is notebook LM, you can say add, and you can add all your textbook or whatever PDF you have. So I have notes. I have what do you call the each chapter wise PDF is there. So I'm going to put all the chapter wise PDF and say open. The moment I do it, all these chapters will come like this. All these chapters, okay. Now, suppose I wanted to study about the introduction chapter. I want to study about the introduction chapter. Now, one way I can do is I can simply open the PDF and study. Instead of that, what you can do is you can simply select this and click on this audio overview and click on this audio overview. Once you click on this audio overview, it will create a podcast. It will create a podcast of that chapter like this. Like this audio you will get. Okay, it will create a podcast of that. Okay, now what I am going to do is I'm going to say I have already done it. It will take some 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, I've already done it. And then now I'm saying play.
Which is like C or Java, which are full of complex human.
I'll run it from the first. Okay.
Welcome, listener. Today, we're taking a deep dive, really getting into the blueprint of our digital world. Computer architecture. You're constantly interacting with computing devices, your phone, tablet, smart TV, even your car. But have you ever truly paused to consider what a computer is at its core? You know, how it actually functions and how it translates what you want to do into, well,
can you all listen? Were you all able to listen that it was able to generate an audio version of the PDF text? Did you hear that? Right? Now, yes. So now let it run for some time. Okay,
it's a fascinating journey. It really is. And the material we've got today, it unpacks everything from the most fundamental definition of what makes a machine computable right through to the intricate hardware design.
You can download this audio file and keep it.
So our mission for this deep dive is really to pull out those program concept. We'll count small. And what's
general purpose program, meaningful results.
Okay. And for this to happen, 3 essential elements are always there: the computer itself, some kind of information store memory, and a program to guide.
Now here,
really simple.
I am just going to close this. Okay. And here, instead of simply playing it, I'm going to say interactive mode. Now see the logic, or now see the magic that is happening. Okay. So I click on this interactive mode. Now there are 2 people talking. Okay, I say start.
Welcome, listener. Today we're taking a deep dive, really getting into the blueprint of.
Now what you are going to see is 2 people are talking. Then I will join that conversation and I will ask a question. See what happens. See this carefully, how interestingly it is made.
Computer architecture. You're constantly interacting with computing devices, your phone, tablet, smart TV, even your car. But have you ever truly paused to consider what a computer is at its core? You know, how it actually functions and how it translates what you want it to do into, well, actual actions.
It's a fascinating journey. It really is. And the material we've got. Oh, wait, someone wants to join. Hey, go for it.
Hey, I wanted to ask if the architecture of computer and the mobile phones, are they same or they're different fundamentally?
That is such a great question. And it really gets to the heart of it.
Now what I did was I asked a question. In between, I asked, like two people are explaining you the concept, you can ask a doubt.
Yeah, that's a perfect lead into everything we want to unpack.
While the fundamental principles are the same, the actual architecture can differ quite a bit.
Absolutely. Think about your laptop versus your smartphone.
Both are computers, right? They both have a CPU, memory, and run programs.
So did you understand what all we did? Did you get a feel of what is happening? Right? So what it did, I uploaded my notes and then they started talking like a podcast. And once they are talking like a podcast, I joined their podcast and I asked a question and it is answering them. See how mind-blowing it is. Right? So what I did, I went to Notebook LM, I uploaded my files, I selected a particular one and I selected. Now the fun doesn't end there. You suppose if your English is not good, right? Your English is not good and you want that to come in Tamil, you can select and so I created that in Tamil. Okay. Now let us open it.
வணக்கம். கணினிகள் எண்களை எப்படி கையாளுதுன்னு இன்னைக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஆழமா பார்க்கலாம். நீங்க ஒரு ஸ்ப்ரெட்ஷீட்ல எண்களை கூட்டும் போது இல்ல ஒரு போட்டோவை பார்க்கும்போது ஸ்கிரீனுக்கு பின்னால எவ்வளவு விஷயங்கள் நடக்குது. கூட்டல், கழித்தல், பெருக்கல், வகுத்தல். இதெல்லாம் எப்படி சாத்தியமாகுது? இது ஏதோ மந்திரம் மாதிரி எல்லாம் இல்ல. இது சுத்தமான தர்க்கவியல். அப்புறம் ரொம்ப புத்திசாலித்தனமான வடிவமைப்பு. இத அலசுறதுக்கு நம்ம கிட்ட கணினி எண்கணிதம், கம்ப்யூட்டர் அரித்மெட்டிக் பத்தியும் தர்க்க வாயில்கள் என்னன்னா இந்த தொழில்நுட்ப சொற்கள், அதாவது டெக்னிக்கல் டேர்ம்ஸா அப்படியே வச்சுக்கிட்டு அது என்ன செய்யமான ஆனா ஆழமான பார்வை. சரி, உள்ள போலாமா? முதல்ல கணினிகளோட ரொம்ப
Okay, இது எப்படி இருக்கு? How is this? Your own computer architecture in Tamil. Your own computer architecture in Tamil. So what is happening now? நீங்க உங்களோட காமர்ஸ் புக்கோ உங்க எந்த டெக்ஸ்ட் புக்கா இருந்தாலும் சரி, you put the textbook there, you can first create an audio. You can join that conversation or you can also get it in Tamil and do it. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. Still further. இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இந்த அரித்மெட்டிக் இருக்கு. ஓகே, இந்த அரித்மெட்டிக் சாப்டரை செலக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு, ஓகே, வாட் ஐ அம் கோயிங் டு டு இஸ் நவ் see this. I'm going to make it further interesting. இதுல சில டாபிக்ஸ் நான் எடுத்துறேன். ஓகே, what I am going to do is now bits in this chapter, and what I am going to see is tell me 10 multiple choice questions from this chapter. If you type like this, in the chapter length, from this chapter, it will create 10 multiple choice questions for you to prepare for exam. So you don't have to really, this is the way. See, it has created multiple choice questions. இல்ல நீங்க what you will do exam போது you will go and ask your friends some nice நீங்களே ஒரு கேட்டகரி போட்டு வச்சிருப்பீங்களா, சொம்பு பருப்பு அப்படின்லாம், who are very intelligent. And what you do is, பாவம், they would have read already, right? And you go and ask them, though you tell them all these things, but they are the intelligent people. You go and ask them, can you explain me? Okay, same thing this can also do. Can you explain this to me in simple terms for exam? Like that, if you type, it will explain you. Right? ஈஸியா அது அப்படியே ஒரு நோட்ஸ் மாதிரி பண்ணி உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸாம்க்கு வாட் யூ நீட் அதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி it will prepare you. Is this interesting? Is this useful to you? So do not use ChatGPT and ask questions. That is not AI. That is the most dumbest thing that you can do. Start using things in a most innovative way. It is not chat. You don't use AI for copying an assignment. Use AI how you can do your assignment better. You have to use AI in such a way that you have to ask questions like, how can I make this assignment better? Right? My teacher has given me this assignment. Give me references where I can look for. Like that you have to use. Do not say like create a 200-page essay on computer architecture. No, that is not the purpose of AI. It is like a friend for you, which is going to help you do things in a much, much, much better way. Only thing is that you need to know how to use that. Okay, again, you can see at the bottom, it is also asking some questions on its own. What is a Boolean variable? It is asked. So it is also suggesting questions also. Okay. Now you can also select all these. What you can do is, if you have last 10 years question paper, upload all the 10 years question paper and ask it, suggest some important questions or suggest the questions that are repeating. But we do it manually, but you can ask that here and it will suggest what questions are repeating, what question has come only once, what question is never asked. All these things it will do. Right? So it is basically becoming your partner. It is becoming your tutor. Right? So from using it like creating, you can also create memes, right? You can also create memes. All these things are okay, good. But how, as a student, see, when you are going to go out of this college, you are going to a world where you are going to see many of the things being done in an AI way. So try to learn and see as many tools as possible. Okay, in a most useful way, how it can be used. Okay, so now today I have shown you two tools. I have shown you one tool called Replit, which is used like that. Then I have showed you another tool called what do you call notebook LM, where you can import your study guides and start asking questions, do research. See here on the left hand side, you have an option, create a study guide. It will create a study guide. From that particular PDF, it will create a study guide. So options are there. Only thing is you need to spend that time to create or see how it can be used effectively. Okay, so always look for ideas. Suppose you are going to conduct, let's say, your college fest. Okay, so you can give your college fest theme and say, what are all the competitions I can conduct? Tell me questions for the quiz, right? Tell me interesting idea for a skit. Okay, tell me an important idea for a skit. All these things you can ask Notebook LM or this one. You can use Gemini, you can use ChatGPT, you can use whatever you want. But what we have to see is how we can leverage these tools to make interesting aspects. How can we see? It is already innovation is there. Now you have to think of how you have to innovate on top of it, not just use it. You have to think on how you can start to innovate on top of it. Can I make a business out of it? Right? You can easily you can use Replit, take a professional version, and you can create a startup saying your startup will create professional profiles for job seekers. You can charge 100 rupees and everybody will be ready to pay that 100 rupees if you create a website like this. Yes or no? Yes. Suppose you use Replit and use a professional version, pay $25. $25 now, $25 is like, 20, 800, 3,000 rupees. You put 3,000 rupees, create a website saying that I will help create professional websites for you to job for your job. Example, it might not be really a good business idea, but you can think about several such ways of how you can use your this one. Yeah, 2194. Yeah, 2,500 rupees, right? Very simply, and you can create websites, college websites, not just profile websites. You can create college fest websites, right? Anything can be done, but that is the idea that you should have in your mind to see how you can use AI for your day-to-day purposes. Okay? Is this clear? Any questions at this point of time? Okay. Now that we have created few things, now what we have seen is we have seen how to create a web application without writing code, right? Now we have also seen how do we use with respect to creating a what do you call study guides, understanding notebook element. Now we will go into a next level where we will see how I can learn something. I'm completely new. I want to learn that skill. How can we learn that skill? So we are now going to the third part of it, where we will see how we can use AI to learn new things. How we can learn new things. So here I am going to this tool called Google Colab. Google Colab. How many of you have heard this Google Colab? How many of you have heard this Google Colab? How many of you have heard? Yes, I had heard. See, how to make your own AI, then you have to study a lot. If you want to make your own AI model, you should start from the fundamentals of mathematics. All these things have to come into picture. Okay, but yeah, so we will now look at this Google Colab and see how we can use Google Colab for learning ML, AI, or anything for that matter. Okay, so we will just go to this Google Colab. Okay, and if you are logging in for the first time, Gmail login. Okay, so I am just logged in, and then I'm going to say file, new notebook in Drive. Click create new notebook on Drive. Click create note. Now I will teach you how to use this particular tool and learn Python or anything. Okay, or anything. First, we will start with how to learn Python. Okay, now once you come to this tool, okay, you're all able to see the screen, right? You're all able to see the screen, right? Right. Now I have come to this screen, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this button called connect. I'm going to click on this button called connect. Let it connect. Will connect in next 30 seconds. Yes. Once it is connected, you will see RAM disk tick mark. That means it is connected. Now I want to learn Python. Okay. Now see what happens. Assume that you are very, very new. Okay. You want to learn Python. So you say, click on this Gemini here. At right hand side, you have Gemini. Okay. Click on that. Then here something will come in the bottom. What can I help you build? I am a undergrad college student. I am very excited to learn Python. Please teach me Python with examples concepts and also give me exercises as we go on, right? Exercises as we go on. I am not a techie, so please be gentle on me with technical concepts. அப்படியே ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்ட்ட பேசுற மாதிரியே பேசுறோம், right? So now you say it starts. So now what it is doing, it is now starting to help you learn Python. So right, getting you some data, preparing. So it is giving you all the steps how to do the explanation, right? Accept and run. Not just this, anything, right? You can try with any explanation. It is now explaining what is electrolysis, right? It is giving some temperature, something, right? Then, okay. Oh, sorry, it is coming from that beginning. Okay, sorry. Let me just stop it for now. So, or you can simply say, this is enough. Stop this. I am stopping the Python learning for now. I am creating a new one. Write the create the steps, right? Materials required, the apparatus, chemicals, the table for calibration for the electrolysis experiment. So I am simply saying create steps, materials required, apparatus, chemicals, and table for calibration. Okay. So say accept and auto run. Experiment goal. Now you can see this now. You can see things happening now. Experiment, right? You can see things happening here. The objective of this experiment is to demonstrate and understand the process of electrolysis. Specifically, observe all these things it is now giving. Then in this, what are all the subtasks it is giving? Electrolysis apparatus, DC power supply, electrodes, connecting wires, beaker and contain, electrolyte solution. Is it correct? Is it giving it correctly? Copper sulfate, sodium chloride, diluted sulfuric acid. Is it giving correctly? Chemistry students? Right? So accurately it says yes. Right? So you can, so idea is you have lot of tools, but only thing is that not many of us are aware. Now for this, what we have done is we have through Pravartak IIT Madras, we have done something called Swayam Plus. Swayam Plus. In the Swayam Plus, we have two courses, okay, which are which are actually free. Only for exam you have to pay, for certifications you have to pay. AI in chemistry, AI in physics. Okay, first batch is already over. This month, last we have exam for that. After August, we will restart this course again. I request all of you to join this. You be in any department, physics, chemistry, maths, anything. You can choose these courses. We will teach machine learning, data analytics, AI from very, very basics. You don't even have to know any coding, nothing. Simply register when the next one comes. You can register only for exam. You have to pay. If you just want to learn and leave, it is free. But if you want a certificate from Swayam plus IIT Madras, Pravartak and IIT Madras, there you have to pay 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. I don't know the exam fees, but very nominal fees, and you can basically write the exam and get the certification also. Okay, so what I wanted to cover was how we can leverage the tools. Not only tools, now I can also not just chemistry, right? Now it has done this for chemistry, right? It has done everything: electrical safety, subtask, data collection, what data you have to collect, what is the table that you want to do, what is the formula, everything it has given. Now, same thing I can do. Okay, thanks. How to do an experiment for tuning fork for frequency finding, physics. So now I have asked it for physics. Previously it was for chemistry. Now you could also do it for mathematics also, right? So for mathematics, I will show you a very interesting website called Wolfram Alpha. This Wolfram Alpha is another excellent tool for using AI and for mathematics. It does wonders, especially for mathematics people. It does wonders. For example, if you say step by step, I'm doing a step by step solution. Okay, step by step solution for, let's say, calculus. Okay, compute the, you can write anything. I'm just giving, compute the deviation derivative of x star x to the power of sin x. Okay, and I say enter. It will give you step-by-step process. Any mathematical problem you take, you just give the mathematical problem here and then click on that. It will give, for example, let's say natural language. Okay, I'm going to say explain how the area of an irregular shape is found. This is for with respect to max. So what is this? No. Explain how the area, sorry, spelling is area of an irregular shape is found. I think I have not given it correctly. Alpha, do you measure? Explain how to measure the area of a irregular shape. Maybe you'll have to understand how to give inputs. No, it is still, I don't know, it is somehow, okay, let me say how is the area of a triangle of... I still made a spelling mistake. But for very, see, maybe it might not be the use case. Okay, these are all very simple. So I think I have to go from so what I can do is I can go back to the Wolfram Alpha. Okay. Now let me use the mathematics. In mathematics, let me go to geometry. Right. Now this is, I think I made the mistake wrong. Okay. Compute the properties of a given triangle. Right. Maybe I have to give it in a slightly different way. See, all these things will come in, right? So it can help you in maths, it can help you in physics, it can help you in chemistry, it can help you in this one. Again, people from BCom can ask question. Okay, so go to this SWAYAM. Here you have AI in accounting. You can also do, how do you use AI for accounting as well? Now your Google Colab also can help you. Okay, so if you just go to your Google Colab and say, show me an example, show me any accounts problem, can somebody type? Any accounts problem, can somebody type? Any accounts problem, can somebody type? Okay. Let me write on my own with whatever knowledge I have. Create a table to explain balance sheet in accounts with your own example and data. Also explain it to me. So now what I have done, I have gone into from maths, I have gone into now accounts. Okay. So the idea is the AI is used in many areas, in in all the fields. Okay, irrespective of the field, the area, the AI is being used. Okay, so now you can go and see here. It is saying, imagine the snapshot, assets, liabilities equal, equity. Then it is giving the formula also. Then it will give the table, right? Generate example data of a hypothetical company and give a balance sheet. That also it does. Total assets is this much, total liabilities is this much. Then it will now create one table. So you cannot imagine what all things AI can do. It can actually do a lot of things. With only thing is that you need to have that curiosity. Okay, two things you need to have. One is curiosity. Second thing is you need to have a fear. What if I don't use it? What if you don't use it is the fear that you should always have, especially for the next 3-4 years. Okay. And if you are going to the job market, right, you should always have this fear. What if I don't know how to use AI? Okay. So that fear you should always have. Only when you have that fear, you will do things on how to overcome it. Don't be intimidated. Don't stop. The fear should not stop you. The fear should make you learn, how do I go about it? How do I learn it? Okay. Everywhere it is getting replaced. Every place it is getting replaced. So what you should do, you should always think about, how can I learn? I am a commerce student. How can I use AI? I am a chemistry student. How can I use AI? I'm a physics student. How to use AI? I'm a math student. How do I use AI? Keep thinking, looking out for knowledge. You will find lot of knowledge in YouTube. You will find lot of knowledge in what you call Google, ChatGPT itself. You can ask ChatGPT. I'm an account student, right? I want to use my accounting knowledge and the AI skills. What should I learn? Right? Let's go to ChatGPT. We have done a lot of things, right? But in ChatGPT, it is very important how you use it. Okay, simply don't type here. So there are a lot of GPTs. Okay, if you look at the left-hand side, there are a lot of GPTs. Now it is for learning. So you want to go for learning. That is education. Okay. So in education, what do you want to do? You want to education. So AI for medical students, there are a lot of things are there. Okay. Somebody wants to do, you want to learn English for your IELTS. Okay. Somebody is lawyer, right? Now chemistry, AI for chemistry. Now you just go there, right? And then you say start chat. Now all the questions that you ask will be only in this also default mode, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, physical chemistry. I want to work on organic chemistry. Okay. Then it is, see, ChatGPT itself, there's so many things. Okay, just writing the prompt is not a great thing. Okay, just writing it is automatically giving what all it can help you. You want to learn a spectrometry, you want to learn smiles notation, aromaticity, everything, right? But only thing is that you need, see, you should not just come to ChatGPT and type. There are GPTs, specific GPTs. Look for what do you want it for. You want it for chemistry, you want it for physics, you want it for anything. So you just have to find that correct GPT, let's say accounts. Accounting. Accounting and tax. Accounting GPT is there. So it is going to basically help all your accounts related stuff, right? So the fundamental idea that I want to give you today is that, okay, in 4 hours you cannot learn AI, that is for sure. But what we want to do is, we want to teach you various use cases of how to use AI, other than simply going to the ChatGPT and writing a prompt, give me an assignment or solve me this problem. No, that is not how it has to be used. And that is wrong. That is plagiarism. If you are using it to write your assignment, it is plagiarism. Now we have tools which will detect whether you have written the assignment yourself or AI has written it. There are tools. Okay. If they give your assignment, if they upload your assignment into the tool, it will tell whether you wrote it manually or whether AI has written it. So if you think that you are smart enough to create your assignment in AI and give, no, there is a tool to find out. Maybe your professor might be very good, a kind-hearted person who did not check it with that tool. But if he checks it with that tool, he will find out that you have using AI. Okay. Okay, so these are the topics broadly I wanted to cover in my session. These are followed by another 2 sessions, which will be covered by Lavanya and Giri. So what we will do is, we will do a quick break. We will take a break from now to 11:45. We'll take a break. And once we come back from the break, you will have one session by Giri, who will take from 11:45 to 12:30. And after that, there will be another session by Lavanya, who will take it from 12:30 to 1:50. And last 15 minutes, we will come back again and have all your questions. Which coding is useful for AI? Learn Python. If you want to go into AI, learn Python. Very simple. Okay. Before we break, are there any questions? Before we go for break, are there any questions? Okay, somebody is asking, how do you generate video voiceover? Okay, very simple. If you want to give a voiceover to a video, there are many tools. The one that I use is this one. Okay, so here what you can do is you can log in, right? You can log in and generate a video. So you can just go to login. I mean, there is a free version, there is a paid version. It will generate the script, it will create a voice, it will also create a corresponding video for that. Okay, there are many such things. The one that I use is this one, Veed.io. Okay, Veed.io is one such tool that I use. You can use other things also. Give references to best online sources which is free of cost and to learn. Right. So that is what I have already told. Go to Swayam Plus. Right. In Swayam Plus, look out for these courses. AI for all. AI in accounting, AI for chemistry, AI for physics, and then AI ML using Python. Right. These 4-5 courses, accounting, chemistry, physics, AI ML using Python. They're all free courses. Only for getting certificate, you have to pay 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. I don't know the exact price. You will be able to get that a lot of information. How to create own website? I just showed you. Go to replit.com. I just showed you in the first one. I don't know what you were doing, Akash. I showed you how to create your own website using Replit, replit.com. It is there in the chat messages. Python department, everybody can learn Python. If you get a chance, please learn Python. If you get a chance, please learn Python. It is not that, a commerce student should not learn, or anybody who is interested to get into AI can start learning Python. Which programming languages are used for Gen AI? See, Gen AI, fundamentally, the basic models are written in many languages. So it is hard to tell which language the Gen AI applications are written. You have to study. If post-graduation is required, you have to study. But it is not mandatory. You can just, you can still go ahead and take it up. It is not really mandatory. You can be a graduate also. It will not verify and all. You can just go ahead and do that. Okay, creating own AI mode and all, not part of this course. Just a 4-hour course. Creating own AI mode itself is a 3-day, 4-day course. Okay. See, you can basically anything that if you want Tamil, right? See, you can go to your chat GPT, give your script. Okay. You can give your script and ask it to convert it to Tamil and then ask it to play. Use voice mode. You just use a voice mode and create a voice here. You can do that. Chat GPT has a voice mode. You can use that and do it. Yes, Zoom meeting itself will generate a AI. It will tell you what all we have studied in today's class. So much spelling mistake in Tamil. Yeah, it will be there because it is still evolving. You all have to correct it. You all have to start working on correcting it, right? Because ChatGPT was created by an Englishman, so it works correctly for English. So now people like you, your generation, should start creating ChatGPT for Tamil and all these things, right? So you have to start doing it. Collaborate with your college, computer science student, Tamil student, art student, everybody collaborate and create your own thing. How to create your own app? You can use Replit to create, or you can use Bolt.ai to create your own app, but it cannot be done just like that. It will take long time. We will have to do it in a separate session. Okay, I think these are very repetitive questions. What stick to what topics we have covered. You want to create applications, you want to create websites, all these things are possible. There are two tools. One is Replit, other one is called as Bolt.ai. You can use them and create applications, games, or whatever you want. But that is not part of this particular thing. Which tool is best for grammar check? For English, it is Grammarly. For English, it is Grammarly. There's a tool called Grammarly, which is good for English. Okay, so we will break now. We will break now from now till 11:45. 11:45, Giri will start. Okay, over to you, Giri.
Thank you. At 11:45. And record. Yeah, I believe most of the topics covered by Dr. Kaushik Raghavan. So I'm just cover remaining parts, bits and pieces which he left. First of all, I really thank Kaushik for such an insightful interaction and session, where he very well structured the session, and I believe I can also see that from the poll that it was really satisfying and interesting. So let me try to make this also as much as possible from my end to make it more interesting and insightful. So to get started, for next 30 minutes, what is the agenda of the session will be like? We'll be seeing how to create a user manual. For example, if you are using some working in some company, and if you want to get the user manual for that product, then you need to know the features and technical specs, non-functionality, right? So we need to know those stuffs. How we can generate those user manual using AI. We'll be seeing that. And other than that, crafting MCQ test via AI and exam prep, debugging code using AI assistance. These are all the topics that I am going to cover for next 30 to 40 minutes. Let me try my level best to keep you all engaged. And yeah, if you all okay, we'll get started. Okay. I just like to hear from you all. In your day-to-day life, what are all the apps you are using most frequently? The app which you all are using on your day-to-day life. Yeah, ChatGPT, WhatsApp, Instagram. Insta. Yes. Meta. Telegram. Oh, okay. Bold. Perplexity. Okay. I think he's using Airtel. Gemini, Meta. Great. Nice to hear. I believe most of them are using WhatsApp and Insta, and Facebook is almost at the edge of its thing, I believe, because most of the features are available in Insta. So WhatsApp is mainly we are using it for chatting purposes. So as we are all using it on our day-to-day life, um, how far we are aware about ChatGPT, WhatsApp features, and if I ask you all to tell me the what's a product user manual or features and technical specs of WhatsApp, I think even I'm using it in my day-to-day life, but if you ask me to elaborate or describe about WhatsApp, right? I can say like I'm using it for chatting, sharing the locations, and then what else? For calling. Um, these are all the most of the stuffs we are using it, right? But other than that, what are all the features are there and technical specs are there like that to generate user manual of the product which we are using, or if you are going to work in WhatsApp or Meta, Google, or whatever product company, or as our nation visions, if you are going to start a new company on your own, and if you want to have a user manual for your product, then we need to know, right, what are the features we are going to cover, and what are the tech specs, um, and what to say, functional and non-functional requirements are there. To cover that, to generate that document, right, we can very well use our AI in place. Let me try to share, let me try to generate from an AA. As of now, I am going to use Grok. Anyone wants to comment anything else other than that in user manual, like what are all the things we can get it from um, AI for user manual? What else you want to include here? Architecture, technical specs, and then functional and non-functional needs of it, features. You want to cover anything else? Okay. Hmm. Okay. History. Yes. Usage of AI in it. Okay. Financial stuff. But in user manual, we won't be getting, we won't be including it, but still, yeah. Impacts of that future. Yes. So let's try to get detailed information from this prompt. Yeah. Now, I have extension called perfect prompt. So after clicking this, whatever I have given, right, that prompt has been changed like this. So I'm going to send this prompt now. Let's see what it is going to give. Here you can see from which source and all is it is going to retrieve, from where and all it is going to take, right? Yeah, architecture I have included, Giri. Incidentally, your name and my name is are same. Now we are getting from which source it is getting all this data. Yeah, WhatsApp user manual. Which system it supports after Android 4.4? Features, calls and groups, advanced tools. It integrates, as we all know, with Meta AI, chatbot, image tools. Of course, yeah, as it mentioned, it revolutionized our communication till date. Economic impact, 22.94 billion global economic value. How can we effectively use AI tools for education, business, and various fields? And what way we should ask the question to the AI? Definitely, like each AA or LM we are using have its own plus and minus. We need to trade off based on the need. So if you see notebook LLM, right, we can use that for education purpose, and for other fields, we are having different what to say different LLMs where we can use it. Yes, we go. I don't know. I couldn't recognize the name. You need to say anything? Hello. You can tell anything. You can unmute or else you can chat. Okay, Bhargavi, am I not audible? Let me try to speak as much as possible, as loud as possible. Yeah. Thank you, Arya Susan. Yeah. Okay. So this is how, right? We can generate full user manual, and we can also add in this user manual. We can also add if we want to show some architecture diagram, right? We can say like include architecture and diagram. The other technical details. So okay, maybe later. It's okay. It will do that for us. Okay, let me speak louder. Sure. I'm using my headphone and mic, so I thought it would be easy for you to hear. Uh, if not, please do let me know. Okay, thank you. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. Meanwhile, let it generate the architecture diagram and other details it will incorporate in it. So once we get that user manual, right, we can use that. We can export it as a PDF and we can use it wherever we need it. Here is the one-stop solution for generating the user manual or to know the feature of the product or to know what is the technical things we are using it. The purpose is like, see, if you are owning a company, right, and you want to tell to the customer that tell to the customer or client at the very beginning stage what is the purpose of that product, why you are using it. That's the user manual, right? For example, if you are buying some smartphone, with that smartphone, you will be getting a user manual. So that by reading that user manual, you know what's the specs, how you can use it. Like that, in software industry or in digital market, you can use this. Definitely, they will be asking for you to tell what is the use of the purpose of this product, or what are all the features involved in it, what are all the text stacks you are using it. Like that, client will be asking so many questions, right? So to answer that, we can share this user manual to them, and they can very well have a very good insight about your product. If you are going to start a company tomorrow, and you are going to build a very good product like WhatsApp for India, then at the time, client might you after creating a project, you will be going to venture capital, or else you will be going to for investment, you will be going to venture capital, and you will advertise to other countries. And if you want to sell your product, then at the time, client will be asking for user manual. What are all the tech specs, how you developed, and how unique it is from other product, existing WhatsApp product, or else what to say, what are all the additional features do you have. Like that, they'll be asking n number of questions, right? To answer that, to make your client to easily aware about the product, to give insight about the product, this user manual will be the one-stop solutions. If you see here, it gave us the overview of WhatsApp architecture. And to make it as a presentable stuff, right? In Grok, we have an option called export to PDF. I believe you all know. It's pretty much easy to present our what to say, user manual to the client in the PDF format. So this is it. What are all the key components? Architecture diagram. So this is how we can generate our user manual using the AI. So other than that, my agenda was to tell that how we can prepare for our exams using MCQs, and creating MCQ, like already Dr. Kaushik mentioned. You can use a notebook LLM, right? Here you can generate what to say, MCQs, and or else, like here, if you see, while generating MCQs, you will be seeing answers also, to make it more intuitive, and to make it more what to say, playful, to make your learning too playful, right? We can do something more interesting. While discussing, right, I believe Guru Nandan or someone asked for quantum computing, right? So I just generated quantum computing in notebook LLM. So here all we do have video on, as already Kaushik mentioned, on top of audio conversation and other stuff, right? We do have a video. Uh, So other than that, I believe this mini map, right? This will be really easy for you to know the skeletal structure of the topic which you are going to study. If you go to quantum computing topic, right? What all the topics are there for hardware, key principles. Again, if you go to hardware, right, there they mentioned types of qubits, um, subcategories or photons, diamond technology. So like that, like this pictorial representation, right? I believe this gives us more and more insightful and easy way to understand what we are going to learn or what we are going to uh, see, right? Visual representation will always give us easy way to understand. So I just thought of showing this also. And here, from here, we can generate FAQs, timelines. Timelines means history, uh, from when this quantum computing started, what are all the upcoming or future things they have planned or in pipeline. If you see in 2025, they have predicted so many things in quantum computing. The need of quantum computing is to make our AI more, not only AI, but all our daily mundane tasks to um, run in a very short time. So to make computation more robust and less latency, quantum computing is the next leap in our computer era. So yeah, from here, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to uh, copy the FAQs on this quantum computing, and to make our yeah, I think already I have pasted it. Here I am using a prep.io. Here you can generate the quiz, whatever you need, like MCQ in a easy or medium or odd, MCQ true or false. Mostly this kind of, if you learn the subjective types of questions, right, at the time of exam preparation, I believe it would be really easy for you to understand the key concepts and keep everything, remember everything in mind. So, and to make this as a more playful and to make it more interactive, I believe this prep AI is really what to say, saving our time. If you generate this kind of quiz and sharing with your friends, and if you are doing combined studies with your friend, right, at the time, this is really what to say, boon to us. Um, we'll be having a very good fun interactive session with our friends, and we don't feel the burden of learning or preparing for our exams. I feel so. Kindly give me a minute. I think it's generating the quiz. Yeah. In the meantime, uh, like so many of them asked, you guys want to build an AI on your own, AI agents or AI on your own. To build AI, we have so many programming languages, and you need to learn JavaScript or Python, or at the back end they are using so many programming languages to build it. Nowadays, for building AI agents itself, they brought what to say, no code or low code platforms like N8. If you see here, in N8, you can build a AI agent on your own. You can host it in your local, and if you see here, this is for IT. These are all the ready-made template available in N8. You can very well use it once you logged in, and if you sign in, and I think some template it is free, and some template you need to pay for it. I'm just going showing you the overview for interim time. Let the quiz overload. I just want to throw some light on N8. If you see here, if you are going to onboard on a company after completing your graduation, right? If you are going to onboard on a company, and that company will ask you to fill some form, and after filling that form, right, with all the necessary information, they will be creating what to say, email ID and Slack profile for that company, and they will be adding you to the corresponding channels. This and all, before it was like a what to say, uh, mm, manual process. Now after AI comes, right, everything we can able to automate it. If you see this workflow, right, here, if create user form submitted, then it will go to AI agent, and they can able to store that in Postgres memory. And again, here we have a code for checking whether it is a manager or what kind of role he is doing playing, and we are adding them to the integrating this to the channels, Slack channels, and updating their profile. You can ask me like how this Slack channels are getting integrated. And for that, we are having another concept called MCP, model concept context protocol, where we are allowing our AI to connect to external applications. So that's the protocol we are following. So more insights needed to what to say, make our create our own agentic AI, or automate our works day in and day out work. Um, I just want to share you because you guys asked, right? So I just start off sharing this N8 website. You can very well go ahead and explore on your own. For that, you don't need any coding knowledge. JavaScript and JavaScript, you can use it for filtering the data, and you can also use Python. If you don't know any coding, also no problem. There you have a prompt a feature also. Whatever you want to do, you can prompt it over there in N8, and it will give you the code for filtering the data, or to do other data manipulations in N8. Okay, what happened? Oh my God. Okay. If you see here, we can see so many quizzes have happened, right? So uh, if you click conduct quiz, and you can decide whether you are going to use this quiz for your own purpose, or as I mentioned, right, if you are having friends around you, and you want to make a combined studies, right? With that, you can use this as a uh, fun-loving tool, like you can host and finalize the quiz. Yes. For that, I believe, I think need to I'm sorry. Yeah. Website name Prep AI. Let me share that website name over here, so you guys can use it. App.prepaa.io. Yeah. Test paper is ready to share. So like this, you can play with it, and you can make your study as a fun way and in an engaging manner. So many things you have here. My quizzes, if you see what are the quiz you have created, right? You can see it over here. And learning center. You can explore this AI when you find time. So basically, I just want to show this because see, uh, learning alone, it suits for someone, and our traditional way of learning can make boredom for someone. To make it more intuitive, to make it more smart enough for our exam prep, right? I think this AI and all boon to us. So we need to use it in the right way. Other than this, like I just want to show you something. AI debugging code, right? Other than AI debugging, before that, right, I just want to show you another website called AI0.dev. For someone asked how to generate an app using AI without any coding knowledge, right? You can generate an app by just prompting. You can use Replit and you can go for this A0.dev. This A0.dev is basically for generating a mobile app. So I just prompted WhatsApp. I want to create a WhatsApp app, just imitate a WhatsApp kind of app, and it gave us the complete, what to say, not complete, skeletal structure of WhatsApp. I believe my screen is visible, right? If you see here, it have given our skeletal structure of WhatsApp. So in same way, right, we can very well create product for our nation. That's the whole idea. You guys need to make a startup company and you need to create a product for our nation. Going forward, that only help for us. This is the skeletal structure. Front end, like we have a call options and status, contacts. This give the overview of the WhatsApp stuff, right? More and more you give the insight what you need, right? The requirement and detail. It will give you the complete applications. If you see here, you can able to see the code and you can very well check what are all the uh, uh, what are all the code it has been generated, and whether you need to change it, you need to group it, or to change or organize this organize this code in a very well manner, right? We can first check this, and we can prompt the AI to organize in a way we want to make modularization, to make the implement a very good principle, right? We can go ahead and prompt for organizing this app in a way we want. So I just thought of giving overview on this. Other than that, see, for example, if you want to debug, right? If you want to debug the code, I have a code in place, just a counter app. If you click on this increment, right, it will increment the count. So if it is reset, then it need to reset to 0, right? But it is not happening. We need to see why it is not happening and we need to fix it, right? So a traditional way of fixing it, we will be hitting our head. Will be banging what will be the issue and how to fix it. Where the error is popping up, whether it is propagating to other modules or not. Like that, in a traditional way, we'll be just banging our head around the issues and we'll be taking our own time, right? Nowadays, AI came in place, so it helps us for pair programming, and it really helps us to overcome this issue. Let me ask AI to fix it, and I just show you how far it is giving the in-depth detail on it. In no time, it started analyzing the code and it fixed it. The main issue why our code was not working is, right, here we had a double equal, which is comparator operator, as you all know. To change that from comparator to assignment operator, it just did corrected it and it fixed that error. So let's see whether we can able to preview it over here itself. It's resetting. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we can use our AI to fix the debug and fix the error if any error is populating, right? We can use it in that way. And I was about to create a, what to say, project or application to show demo. As you guys asked, right, during that 10 minutes break, I just prompted this Gemini code assistant. This is also an agentic AI. I just prompted generate simple login where we allow SSO, single sign-on. If you are using any new agentic AI, you'll be asking to click on your Gmail, right? Like that, I asked the AI to create one simple application by using Gmail or Apple or phone number. So actually, it generated all the code. It completed it, but I just want to create a new project in the Google Cloud for authentication and to create OAuth client ID and all, right? So I just need to do that. Um, that's the only step left. Other than that, all other code it has been generated. If you see here, it structured our application in a very well manner, right? So this is the impact, or this is how we can uh, generate one new web application within no time. And if you want to see, it will also give you the detailed description on architecture uh, and what are all the best architecture we can able to use, and what are all the design principles, patterns, how to deploy it in productions, whether it is a security compliant or not. all the things, right? Once you prompt in your agentic AI code generator like Gemini, or if you are using Claude, Augment code, we are having a number of agentic AI nowadays in the market. Whatever you use, you will get a very good output within no time. To get that output, we need to be very clear with the context. We need to be give the in detailed explanation to agentic AI, what you want, what is the expected output, what kind of role it needs to do, whether a developer role or a code reviewer role, a tester role. Like that, you need to give a role and task and output. If you prompt in that way, the output you will be getting from agentic AI, and the code you are getting from this model and all will be like mind blowing. Uh, so with this existing AI tools, right, we can embrace our um, learnings, exam preparations, or else as you are a future entrepreneurs, right, you can very well build our nation with using this AI within no time. And I just want to show you one more app called Genspark AI with the same quantum computing, right? I just prompted generate a slide to do symposium presentation. It asked for which topic. So I just gave it prompted like 15 minutes slot, target audience a student. I want to convey about quantum computing. I preferred engaging tone. These are all the prompt I have given. So if you see here, this Genspark.ai gave us the very nice PPT presentation. Within no time. So for next time, right, for symposium or any other presentation, you can use Genspark.ai, or you do have Gamma.ai. This AI and all you can use it for your presentation. I think you guys are having your college ID, right? You can also search using your college ID. Most of the AI applications will be free for you. So you can explore what are all the applications or AI and all free for you, and you can use it, or you can explore this AI and use it in a way, utilize it in a what to say, well-versed manner, and our mundane job and time-consuming job, manual job will be reduced drastically. To generate this PPT, right? Of course, this is just this might be just 10 to 12 slides, but still the presentation level, the detail level it gave within no time is really, really amazing. This kind of presentation, if you like to make, right, you can use this kind of AI, you can explore this. If anybody wants to see, this is the Genspark.ai, you can use it. I just heard from Guru Nathan or someone, they asked about quantum computing, and that's the reason I just used this quantum computing topic. Uh, so I generated this. Uh, for poster invitations, to make poster invitation and all, I think you can go for Mid Journey. But I believe Midjourney and all you need to pay. I'm not sure for college student it is paid or free version. You can explore Midjourney, or else I think we need to explore some other AI tools. As of now, I know Midjourney.ai is very useful for creating AI poster invitations. Uh, if you see here, Genspark, right? Not only for AI slides, you can create sheets, docs, design. Uh, you can create AI image, videos. You can use it very well for everything. One-stop solution for all your document-related stuff. So yeah, I believe I shared a bit of knowledge about AI for debugging and coding on to generate the code and to use AI in a fun way to prepare for your examination. These are all the stuffs I just shared. I think this session was interactive and insightful, or a bit what to say, bit helpful for you all guys. Thank you. If you have any questions, please do let me know. And someone asked like how to create your own AI, right? Again, the same question I heard. How to create a own AI. To create our own AI, right, we need to know the large language models and vector database, um, and you need to know the mean median mode mathematics, Python, and libraries using for those Python stuffs. If you know that and you know this N8 and automations, right, you can very well create your own AI. If you see here, if you go to this Hugging Face dot A, right? Here you can see what all the available models are there, like DeepSeek. OpenBM is again OpenAI's model. Quinn is another LLM model. Like this, we have so many models where you can see what are the use of these models, which one is more trending. If you see here, right, a trending model already sorted, and it is saying which is trending, which model is trending. You can use that model in your AI generation. For that, we need to know vector database to use the backend, and LLM models, which LLM model to use, and then to automate or to make your AI more agentic and use the external stuff. You can use N8N workflow for automations. So these are all like what to say, the just overview I'm just giving. You need to know the Python code uh, and what to say, libraries which we are using, like a NumPy or mean median mode, mathematical concepts, how to make it as a to make your AI, how we are going to design the AI, whether you are going to make it AI using RAG, retrieval argument generation, or CAG, cache argument generation. Like that, so many things behind the scene you need to learn, and those insights and all uh, we didn't keep as of now. We just thought of exploring what all the AIs are there, and already using existing AIs for our day-to-day usage, right? So which AI to use to create the app easily. Yeah, as I mentioned, right? If you see here, I just prompt I create app similar to WhatsApp. If you are using this AI for you can prompt and you can generate WhatsApp app or any other app you want. You can create you can use this A0 .dev app, or else you can also use I have another app called Replit, as already Dr. Kaushik mentioned, right? You can use Replit. This Mocha, right? This is also a very good AI tool. You can use it to create an app. To create database, right? You can go
I
for
think Giri, I think we'll shift to Lavanya because
okay.
time is running up. So same repeated questions. So we'll have a forum where they can send these questions and we can answer them. So let
Sure, sure.
get Lavanya started. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you guys want, you can go for 5 to 10 minutes break, and we'll have a next session.
Yeah. Now you can have a break till 12:45, not more than that. And 12:45, Lavanya will take. Lavanya will take from
Yes.
12:45 to 1:30. Lavanya, you're there?
Yes, Kaushik.
Yeah, you can take from
Yeah,
12:45.
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the time.
Good. So, hello all. Good afternoon. I guess like most of you will be hungry, so just stick around for a few more minutes. We'll just finish this one. Okay, so now I just feel like, after those two wonderful sessions, like, I mean, you guys are like trying to write full length essays, but I'm just going back to, sharing about ABC and Siri rhymes. But that's okay. So the thing is like, I will be actually, I mean, I will not be sharing anything that most of you do not know. Okay, so most of the things that I'm going to share now, the tools that I'll be showing, I'm literally be using ChatGPT to show things. So most of you are already, well versed with using ChatGPT, but still, if someone who still have not got themselves, accustomed to using AI, for them this might be helpful. Okay, so we'll just start with, the topics that I will be covering in this session is like how you can practice this quantitative aptitude, right? Like most of you will are in your undergrad and probably will be sitting for placements, or you will be, writing, these exams, right? Like a CAT or any of these government exams or those things. And in all of these things, quantitative aptitude test is literally the entry point, right? Like, back when we were in work sitting for placements, we'll be calling this as the, eliminator part. Okay. I mean, not to scare you, but then, huge people will be appearing for all these campus placements. And this is the first entry point, which will actually decide who will be going on to the next round. So how you can use AI to help with the preparation of your quantitative aptitude exams. Then like for example, some of you might be actually getting placed and landing in software companies. So in that case, a software requirement specification document is actually an entry point into how a project is going to develop. Okay, so how you can use that in generating software specifications, and in general the for creating any documents, like Giri shared how we can use it to create user manuals, and Kaushik actually showed how you can create your profile with with your resume. Okay, so in case you want to create your resume, how AI can be helpful to create your resume and those kind of things. Basically, document generations. Okay. Then the next thing is speech recognition. I'm sure every one of us will be using it, right? Speech to text, text to speech. If you are using like Siri or Alexa, then you are already using the AI. Okay, so that's something which most of you will be very much aware of. Okay. Then the last two topics are very general, like the good and bad, or the advantages or disadvantages of using AI, and when to use AI and when to kind of like stop using. I wouldn't say stop using it, like just to be aware. See, both the disadvantages or not using AI is not to scare you all, or like how this could be disadvantageous, but just that like we have to watch out or where we should be careful about, or where there should be more awareness about using AI. Okay. Okay till this, like, I mean, if I am very fast or anything, just let me know, because I sometimes tend to just run through the text. Okay. So we will start with this first one. Okay, so for quantitative aptitude prep, I mean, back when I was sitting for placements, the thing which we will do is we used to have this. I mean, I think we still have that book by R.S. Agarwal. It used to be a very huge book. So, all of us, I mean, we will be just using that book, working out those problems. And then for people who will be sitting for some exams, like they will be using the previous year papers and those things. They'll be working out, then see which is right or wrong. For sometimes we wouldn't even be knowing which is the right answer or wrong answer. So those kind of things will be happening. But now with AI, like literally we can use it to the very best extent to starting from choosing the topics that we want to prepare, like where we need to concentrate, and how different we can use it for. Like, for example, if you are focusing for a product company, what are all the different topics that will be more focused on? And if you are just trying to get into a service based companies, those how different it will be from the product based companies, those things. And for example, like if you want to go for like CAT exam or other SSA exams and those things, what are all the different topics that you need to concentrate about? And see, once you have started working on it, you will be AI will be able to give you feedbacks on what are all the topics that you will actually need to concentrate about. Like, sometimes some of us will be making mistakes repeatedly in one set of topics, so probably in those topics we might need more understandings, and those kind of things we can check with AI. So for example, how we can use it, like if we are going to go ChatGPT, we can just typically we can I know like using ChatGPT, I mean, even I feel very much outdated after Kaushik and Giri showed so many things like Grok, notebook LLM and those kind of things. But this, I mean, the idea is you can actually use this too as a starting point, because like you can even ask suggestions like for what are all the other resources that I can use. Okay, so for example, we can just use a prompt like for say service based companies, right? Like for, see, this is just generating the text, and it is going to give us like what are all the topics that are generally asked here. So similarly, you can go for, if you are specific for how do I prepare for quants for CAT. Okay, it's still not done yet. Yeah. Okay, so this way it is generating. You can even ask it to provide you a quiz, right? Like quiz with 10 questions, let's say in number system. You can even specify which particular topic you are interested in. Okay. See, it's even giving some tips and all, right? Like, so okay, I mean, I have not actually still given this prompt. So this, see, once you are giving the prompt, see, it is like interacting with you. So do you need a 30-day crash plan, topic wise practice question, custom plan based on your current level, those kind of things. It itself will be suggesting, so with which you can actually use it for your however you want to improve, you can actually use it. See, this is giving the questions. You can even ask for, give me the questions with answers, give me the solutions, like see, it is asking the answers and solutions immediately. All these things you can actually make use of this ChatGPT. And yeah, you can even ask for resources. Actually, Prep AI is something which Girish shared, right? Like where you are giving the content, and based on that it is generating quiz, right? Like you can actually ask for what are the online resources that See, you will be having Geek for Geeks via Wix, okay, question banks and all these things. So you can actually make a very good use of all these resources. Many of these are, I think, gamified, and I think Khan Academy and those things you can actually, it'll be very helpful. It will be very interactive, and say Anki or Quizlets, make your own flashcards, and with those things you will be, I mean, it is very helpful in practicing very efficiently. You can even ask for a schedule, like how you want to, for example, say you I mean, in the next 3 weeks, you have your, companies coming for placements. Okay. Okay. Give me a plan for preparation for 2 weeks. This is going to schedule you for like week 1, how you can, work on it. Like, see, concept building plus practice, right? Day 1, what and, what are all the topics you want, the tasks and those things you can, this basically gives you a breakup of each and every week, how you can work on it. Like, even if you can say, like, you will be able to make only for 30 minutes a day, that, that way you can give a prompt here and get your answer here. So this is how, like, see, this is easy, right? Like, you don't have to, break your head and almost, they say that, like, failing to plan is planning to fail, right? Like, you don't have to break your head to, come up with a plan. You can just give it like this is just like a personal assistant, right? Like, hey, just give me a plan for this. I'm having a placement coming up in the next 2 weeks. I need I need to get this thing sorted. So just give me all this, and probably you can get a nice plan, and you can proceed with your practices. Okay, so if you want, you can actually have some reminders with this again, right? So with this is quite help. This will be quite helpful for practicing your aptitude, right? So this is about the how you can, I mean, just a few things. Like, the biggest contrast is you don't have to really worry about a lot of things, because you just have to, you have a plan ready, you will be having your resources ready. I mean, if you have a stable internet connections, almost every single day, like 30 minutes or 45 minutes, you can just go by the plan your the AI assistant is giving you, and just proceed with okay. So this is one thing. And next is, like I said, to generate software specification. So what is a software specification? See, for example, like, imagine you are want to, coming up with a product. Say, what did I give here? Yeah, expense tracking app. Imagine that you want to build an expense tracking app. What are all the features it should be having? I mean, so based on that, like, what are all the features? For example, in the home page, like the login page, you should be giving, I mean, the user should first of all register, and then for the login, there should be the login ID, the email and password, and they should be able to input their everyday expenses. Probably they can categorize it. Like, you can also set the categories, preset the categories, like, for groceries, and then for some medical expenses. If there is a one-time expenses per month, like insurance or something, how you can categorize it. Those things, like, you will be having all this list of features in your mind, right? Like, all these functional requirements. Those things you can actually see. Traditionally, there will be like I guess project managers or someone who will be actually typing all these documents, like functional requirements document, business requirement documents, all these things. They will be typing it out, like with the Word document. But now with AI, it is actually very helpful, and more importantly, very much time saving. Like, as we say in Tamil, you don't have to bother about putting all this mane tene pon mane. Okay, you just have to give basically just jot down the points. See, these are all the features I want in my app. Just generate a requirement specification documents for it, and your AI will be able to do it. Okay, so for example, like, we can just, for instance, see, I do not even know. Okay, I'm just having in mind that, like, I want to build an expense tracking app. I don't even know what are all the features it should be having. Okay, so I'm just typing here. Again, I'm just using chat GPT. Feel free to use any of the generative AIs that you're comfortable with. Okay, so see, this is by default, it is giving user registration and authentication and dashboard home screen, like total income versus expenses, spending by category. Okay, so it can even give you with pie chart or bar chart so that you will be, I mean, it will be very easy to track, right? If it is, I mean, if you are able to visualize it, it will be very easy to track it, right? Like cash flow, monthly balance, and add your transactions. See, these are all the fields it is suggesting. But if you want, say, for example, in the fields, I want, one more category or something, you can actually add this here, even, in this.
Record your professor's voice and convert them into physical notes.
I mean, I hope I'm audible, right? Or is it any distraction? This way, I mean, this is actually suggesting us the features. Okay. So now I'm just giving create a for the above. Okay, so this has a standard template, and based on that, it will be generating a requirement specification document. So by standard, the SRS, so software requirement specification has the purpose, scope, what is it for? Okay, so how this can be like regular user, admin, all these things. This is based on whatever it has given. As the features, it is just generating these documents. So we can take this and modify it as we want. Like for example, say if I do not want like any particular, for example, like notes is optional. I do not want this notes field. I can remove it, right? That way we can iteratively change this. If there are more features coming up, we can actually add more and create it. Like, see, for example, this is such a big document. Okay, so easily this would take at least a half a day or a day for if a person is literally typing it. Okay, so then they have to go through several iterations for the grammar, the tone, and things like that. But now with ChatGPT, we can even modify the tone of it. Like if something is not very clear, we can actually ask it to modify it, like add some more clarity for this. Those kind of prompts we can give and get it in a like 60 or 70% ready. And after that, the recommended is you can actually go through it entirely once. See, there is always a difference, right? Like you, instead of you creating each and every of this every topics manually, and then this going through several iterations, you will be waiting for the approval of your manager or the delivery manager, and those people will be again coming, hey, change this and change that. So probably creation of SRS itself, probably it might take like 2 or 3 days. Okay, so but with this, like you are actually giving I mean, what it is all about, what the product is all about. You are just asking your LLM model to generate it for you, and that gets generated soon, and you just have to review it yourself and then probably send it to your higher authorities for approval. So that way it is very much time saving, and it kind of organizes the things, right? So not just with SRS document, you can actually ask it to generate a wireframe for the say login screen. Okay, so this is probably, I mean, there will definitely be okay, so it's probably taking it. I mean, probably if you are specifically using for image generation, those would be much better about with this. Okay, so probably I can ask for a wireframe description. Okay, so this is wireframe description is like text based. Okay, so see, this is how, like, for example, your login screen should look like with the login, for password, login button, forgot password, don't you have an account, like sign in. And, this is like standard, right? This is how most of the login pages will look like in almost all of the applications, right? Like, so we get this thing. So in the initial stages, when the product or the application is just in its startup phase, this actually helps it, like, because like none of us will be having a very clear idea about what's what, right? Like, so see, even it gives the color scheme and all these things. In fact, you can actually request for the tech stack those things also with AI. And see, the thing is like it gives the suggestions. It's up to us to use what is actually suitable for us. Like it's not that like you have to follow it blindly or anything. Instead of imagine like instead of going to Google and searching it every single things, there will be like multiple web pages for it. Like you have to go from this to that and just check it. Like here we are having everything summarized in a single page. That makes life easier.
Lavanya, just a small request from students.
Yeah.
Reduce the speed at which you're talking.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Just check that. Maybe you can repeat those last 2-3 topics
Sure. Yeah.
slightly slowly. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Okay. So what I was saying is probably I will just start with like here like for SRS I said like instead of I mean, when we are generating this document like SRS or even user manual or any FRD, BRD and those things, we don't have to literally work on each and every single topic and then wait for it to get approved and then going over it again and again. In a traditional approach, this will easily take a week before that final sign off. Okay, so because when we are starting up with creating the documents, that itself will take some time. Okay, then we have to verify the grammar, tone, and all these things. Okay, but now with AI, this actually gives us a based on our understanding, this gives us a very neat kind of an organized document. We can just copy just go through it once, copy paste in our own templates, because I think most of the organizations, they have their own templates. Okay, so for an SRS or this with their company logo and all those things, we can just paste it, review it once, and then send it for like what would have like, for example, if I am creating this document, it might have taken 2 days if I'm manually typing it and all those things. In the case of AI, probably within half a day, I would be able to generate this document, review it once, and quickly send it for an approval to my manager or delivery manager. And this process, we are actually speeding it up here, right? Like we do not have to wait for such a long time to get even the sign off for this single document. Okay, so after this, like you can also ask for, I requested for the wireframe description. What is a wireframe description? See, for example, a login screen, we just need like how this will the layout, right? Basically generally login screen will be having the login ID, I mean the username, password, a sign in button or a login button, then a forgot password, and sign up. Okay, I mean if you don't have a user, sign up. So this is generally the skeleton for almost all of the applications, right? So we are just getting this. Probably if we need some more fields, for example, with as a third validation field, we need phone number, say, that can be added here. Okay, if that is added, it will that field will also be captured here. We will be getting the wireframe the wireframe here. So at the initial stages, when none of us have very clear idea, I mean, we'll be knowing what we want. Like for example, I need an expense tracking app. Okay, I know that, but I'm not sure how this is going to shape up, or how we are going to start up it. So in those initial stages, when not many of us are having very clear clues, we can use AI to kind of help us to direct us in some path. Okay, to start with. So with this, it will be very helpful. Like we can just start up with all this layout and SRS and things like that. And once as with the product, it goes into development phase, there will be several iterations, and at that time we ourselves will be having a lot of ideas on what can be done and how this can be changed and things like that. Okay, so this is about SRS, and like I said, like there will be other documents also which can be used to creating during the software development cycle. For example, test cases can be created with this. Okay, so a product is built, and then see, I need for example, for a standard login screen, what and all the test cases can we generate, like how we can create this. Those can be given as a prompt, and we will be able to get it. Okay, so so that's about the software specifications requirement document. Like I said, like see, similarly you can use it to even if you are, I know that you are all still in college. So for example, you can use text, I mean this LLMs to generate resumes. Okay, and then probably you can use that text to and paste it in a template of your wish. but probably, always the one thing as a rule of thumb, just have it like, don't just, copy paste it blindly, okay? Because like, especially when it comes to resume, even a single word which, it might, you might have thought that like nobody's going to bother about that. Probably your recruiter might actually be, for example, some skill which you doesn't really have. Probably, for example, like I'm saying that create a resume for data analytics. Okay, so I mean, in that, like, that Python is very common. For example, I do not know Python. Okay, so based on the standard things, if the LLM is giving me with like my skill set as like SQL, Python, Tableau, and things like, I mean, due to oversight, I would have not checked that like it has the AI has given me added Python as my skill. I wouldn't have reviewed it, and if I have sent that resume to the recruiter, and the recruiter will, obviously Python is very it's like the most sought after skill, right? So obviously they will be scheduling an interview for Python, and I will be sitting there with not even a single idea about Python. Okay, so it is always a best practice. Use it, as a first step. Okay, then you just review it, any document, be it user manual or this thing. It significantly reduces the time that you will be spending if you are actually creating the document. Okay, so that is one thing which I can say for sure. Okay, so you don't have to literally work from the scratch by yourself. Okay, so this is about this SRS documents. Okay, so all these slides, right? Too verbose. I mean, it's just like text after text after text. Okay, so what can we do for this? Like, so the same slide which I used here, the points. This is how we can also create like visual. I mean, this is visual, right? Like, obviously, anything that is has some nice I mean, if it is visually appealing, we just tend to retain the knowledge more. Like, that's how, like, see, with YouTube videos, we are able to get the grasp of the any subject, right? Like, for instance, like, instead of reading it, you will be able to grasp it more when you are learning it from videos, right? Like, anything visuals is better. So how did I create these visuals? So that is this sorry, yeah. Okay, there is this tool called as napkin.ai. Okay, so napkin.ai, you just have to log in here, and you can probably see, for example, like, I mean, I was just working on this. Okay, so this things, you just have to give that text here. Okay, so probably I'll just do. Okay, just go create napkin. So you have this draft with AI, import from file, wherein, like, see, if you're having a text document or something, you can just use it, or blank napkin. Okay, so just, I mean, I generally use this one. Okay, so just create it, and yeah, select it. You have this I mean, like, lightning symbols, right? Like, click on it, generate visuals. This will actually generate the visuals based on the content that you are giving. See, actually speaking, this is, although this is not actually properly as a it is not looking as a table, but this is actually a compare and contrast of benefits and risks of AI. So see, this is what it is giving. This visual, it just gets generated in no time. Okay, so if you are not liking it, see, there is one more. Okay, so see. Okay, so if you want something else, you can just go back. Just the how we generally do it. Okay, all these things it will be going. See, this is like that SWOT analysis, right? Like, we have opportunities and threats, and we have this typically about the SWOT analysis. See, I have not given anything as asked it to give it a SWOT analysis or anything, but based on the content, this itself has giving it, like, for example, efficiency, saves time, improve accuracy, all the benefits of AI it is giving us. Is what is correct? I really forgot this. Okay, okay, strength, weaknesses, ethical and human, job displacement, bias, and those things. What are all the opportunities? Ethical AI development, reskilling, right? Like, this is one of the biggest opportunities, right? And then threat, societal and personal, like misuse risk and privacy concerns. By default, see, I was just giving it as a compare and contrast. I have not even given it this as a table. It was just a running text. Okay, so but this was able to give it as a typical compare and contrast and SWOT analysis thing. So this is one tool which actually you'll be you can I mean, definitely for your PPT presentations, for your symposium and things, you can obviously use it. Okay. So that is this. Okay. So you can change the color schemes, okay, aspect ratio and those things. And here you can actually click on export and PNG, see color mode, dark mode, those things you can just make. If you want to save it as PNG, PDF, PPT slide also, this will just, give you as a PPT slide. Okay, so you can basically use it. Even I think if you can even remove the napkin logo, okay, the logo on and off, you can actually toggle between and you can download it. Okay, so this is one very useful tool which we kind of use it. Okay, so this is with respect. Where are we now? Okay, so any questions so far? Okay, I mean, is it fine now, the speed? Okay. I hope I have slowed down a bit. Okay, fine. Next one is like, okay, website name, it is napkin.ai. You can use this, yeah. Okay, thank you. So the next one is speech recognition. I'm sure I don't have to say anything about this because day in and day out, most of us are using it, right? Like, your Siri, Alexa, you'll be using. For speech recognition, there are actually two parts, like text to speech, speech to text, okay? So when you are, giving a command to Siri or Alexa, play this song or hey Siri, what is the weather? You are actually that it goes to speech to text mode, okay? So you are speaking it, it understands and then converts it to text. And when it is replaying it, like from the text, it is reading, hey, today's weather is so and so, it is like 35 degrees, it might rain today. Those things, it is from text to speech, okay? So this is the thing. I'm sure this is actually one of the most used things, especially for elderly people. I have seen most of them using this. I mean, we are thinking that probably youngsters are the ones who are actually using AI. Right? No, it is not like that. Actually, people like, especially people who are like 60 and 70-year-old, like they are finding it difficult to type with their smartphones. Okay, so what I mean, very interestingly, I'll just share this one. There was this gathering, so I went a few days back, and there was this lady. She'll be easily like 65 years old. So she was asking me what I was doing, and I said like I'm working in software. And this woman, she said like, oh, software, now everything is AI. I mean, you should not allow AI to take over. How it is not at all ethical and those kind. I mean, she was not actually using those words, but she is telling that like I mean, she was really afraid of probably the AI will take over. Probably she saw the movie like Endran or Robo and thought that it's going to happen now. But yeah, she was saying, I just filed and like I left. Okay. A few, minutes later, I saw her, literally teaching another woman of her same age that like, this is how you don't have to, she was telling that you don't have to type anything in WhatsApp. You can just, record, I mean, with the speech recognition things, you can just dictate it and it will type and send. I mean, this woman was telling me that like we should be very, wary about AI, but she was literally using AI and she was teaching her friend, okay, about the usage of AI. So that's when I thought like it's probably many people are not aware how they are using AI in almost day-to-day life. Probably they are just thinking AI is just some robot, okay, which is going to take over the earth and probably destroy the humans. So it's not the case, right? Like, and this is speech recognition is one of the most useful things that it is very useful, especially for the elderly people. And yeah, how many of you are kind of using this Duolingo or have used Duolingo? Anybody? What is Duolingo? Anyone? Okay, so Duolingo is basically an app that you can use to learn different languages. Yeah, super Priyadarshini. Good learning app. Yes, to learn different languages. Okay, so right from many Indian languages like Tamil, Hindi, Telugu, it has something like Norwegian, Arabic, Korean, Swahili, and everything. It is there. Like, and it is gamified, so it is really amazing. And you can just it is like bite-sized lessons almost every day. You can just have learn one lesson and probably you'll be good in the course of time. There'll be different levels and you will probably be in a 2 or 3 months time at least with the basic level of understanding something. So if you are someone like who is like looking to go for your higher studies to some of the European countries, for example, where English might not be widely spoken, like Germany or Spain or Italy, you can actually use it. Okay, probably you can start learning from now on, and it will be definitely be very helpful, right? So I think it's free only till this point. Okay, so Duolingo, it actually uses speech to text, right? Like, or text to speech, that with speech recognition. So that is one app which you can look out for. Okay, so this is about speech recognition. Yeah, Siri, Alexa, all these things are use both text to speech and speech to text. Okay, so that's one thing. The next thing is, okay, we are just going to the last two topics, good and bad of using AI, and when to use and when to stop. Okay, see, as you can see, this and this all I have created using napkin.ai only. Okay, so, okay, yeah, AI brings powerful benefit. It also comes with real risk. Yes, that's what we have been hearing, right? Like ever since, see, invasion of technology. I wouldn't like to call it as invasion of technology, but for lack of better words, okay. So it is always met with fear first, okay. So back, I guess, in 2000s when banks were transitioning from their ledgers to computers, I remember even my dad was a bank employee, so he himself would be, very anxious about if his job would be replaced by computers and all. But no, we still have people here, but what is the difference? They have learned how to work with computer. So similarly, there is really nothing, the first thing that comes up is job displacement, job displacement, job displacement. There's really nothing to be afraid of, right? Like, as long as you are ready to learn, if you are open to learn, you even really do not have to feel that you are outdated or lagging behind. For example, most of the tools that Kaushik and Giri said today, I really have no idea about, but today I learned it, so probably I would be able to research further on it and learn. So that is the as long as you are curious and open enough to learn, there is really no need to worry about job displacement or replacement or anything. And many people would say that, like, there are only a few fields that AI will replace. AI will not be able to replace art and literature. But no, your ChatGPT or any other LLM will actually write a poem for you. There are more image generation, AI tools, video generation tools. Okay, so and even, yeah, even in Tamil cinema, we know that, like, recently in this film called as Goat, right? There is the singer Bhavatarini. Her voice has been, made with AI, and there was one full-length song which was sung by AI's voice of Bhavatarini. So the thing is, like, there is really not any particular field which AI is not going to encroach. Okay, almost in all the fields AI is going to encroach, but how we are going to use it, that is where the thing. And how kind of like we can just travel together with AI. So there is really no need to be afraid of, or that, oh, that's it, AI is going to replace and there is no scope for me. No, nothing like that. Okay, so this is one thing. And so obviously when it comes to the advantages, saves time and improves accuracy. So I was showing this documents, right? Like creating the manuals and what else, SRS documents and those things. So all these things, it actually most importantly, it actually improves the accuracy, and it saves a lot of time, right? Like inclusive. So like I said, like, you don't have to worry about, see, if you are if you are not able to take I just a few moments back I told an example about that old lady who said, like, she was not able to type messages, but she was using the voice assistant very efficiently, right? Like, so all these things are so much benefits, like works 24/7. Like I mean, as long as it's there's going to be a internet availability, you will probably able to use AI for almost anything that you can do, right? Like, drives innovation. So see, for example, like I said, like, I do not even have one example is, I'm sure, like, you are all in the, probably some of you will be in the final year. For your projects, you can even ask for request for some ideas from AI. Like, so see, for example, we can give this prompt, right? Beginner Python project ideas. Okay, so probably you wouldn't be knowing what projects I should be starting with. This is going to list you some of the ideas, like, see, basic calculator, to-do list, all these things. You will have an idea of what you can so now that you have learned Python or any of the languages, how you can implement it. I do not know. I mean, I'm still not part of any of the organization. I'm not working, so I will not be having any access to work on real-time projects, but that's okay. You can just, take some inspiration from all these projects and you can start working on, your own project. So, I'm just giving a small example, okay? So this is one thing. And for the con, although it is given as cons, I always like, just few things that we have to watch out, like job displacement, we just discussed. And bias is something like, most of, for one classic example is this ATS, right? Like application tracking systems. Okay, so we know that, in most of the companies, they are using it. And, sometimes if the correct keywords are not present in the resumes, even if that candidate is actually qualified or even more than qualified, those resumes will be, rejected or, not sent to the recruiter. Okay, so those kind of things are there. Lacks emotion, that is okay, fine. Obviously, this is a machine and there is no like, there is no point in, actually giving this ethical or moral angle for it. I'll just come to that later. But yeah, privacy concerns, yes, privacy concerns and misuse risk, that is something which everyone should look out for. Okay, so who own, even recently Sam Altman, right? Sam Altman, right? Like from OpenAI. So he mentioned that, like, whatever information that we are sharing with ChatGPT, there is no guarantee that that will be private, because like these are all not legally bound. For example, if you are, seeking a therapist or someone, like they are not supposed to tell, disclose your information. Like that is this NDA, right? Non-disclosure agreement. Okay, but for all these AI systems, there is really no, such regulations. Okay, so that is one thing. Misuse risk, yes, obviously. One example we just saw, in Tamil movies, like they are using it, but how regulated are it? Okay, so that is again one thing. So we have this, what is this? Deep fakes, right? Like there used to be, one, famous heroines, those their pictures will be there, and that will be morphed and all those things. So that is one, huge concern here. So the thing is, there is really no need to be afraid of, or be wary of AI, but there should be a lot of awareness about using it. So that is one thing. Yeah. So yeah, just this is just like, can AI be honest about its own advantages or disadvantages? Honestly, I asked all these things from ChatGPT one day. So how honest AI will be in? So like, will you say like, tell me one aspect of one negative aspect of you? Most of us would be, just will not be very open about that. But AI doesn't have any of all these angles, right? Like moral or ethical. It is factual, right? Like, so whatever is there, it's going to say. So AI can tell you the truth, but it doesn't own it. Okay, so the accountability part. Okay, so for example, while Kaushik was taking his session, he was saying one thing about like how the plagiarism part, right? Like who will be held accountable for? You are just copying and pasting it. Like if it is about some real author, that person can actually sue you. Hey, so you are actually copying my work. But with respect to AI, whom we can hold accountable for? Okay, so that is one thing which we need to watch out for. Okay, so okay, AI as a friend, yeah. AI is not your best friend, it's your best assistant. Okay, use it to think with you, not for you. So this is given by ChatGPT. I didn't invent any of these things. Okay, so just a quick thing is like, for idea generation, we can use AI. Learning support, so this is my favorite thing. Like we touched upon this in the quantitative aptitude thing, right? You can actually use it to create a schedule for you, ask it to show your resources, and you can even use it to practice it. All these things you learn with AI. Okay, learn with AI support, but never ever try to or even want to replace AI with your for your learning. Okay, so that is one thing. Writing help with grammar and tone structure. We have this Grammarly. With this, it will be like, you do not have to remember so many grammar rules and all those things. Okay, you can just put it and just ask AI to do that job for you. Okay, time saving, automate the tasks, and okay, so explore all these things. For example, you can know right from starting to learn to building a project, you can actually ask AI's help and assistance to guide you through. That way it will be very helpful. Okay, so at any point, if it is going to replace your critical thinking and those kind of things, like I think it is good time to stop. Like okay, this thing, any Paridabangal fans here? Recently they had this AI pavangal, I guess. I mean, for people who don't understand Tamil, that's fine. Okay, no problem. I mean, this is thing. So you cannot use to ask like Good Friday எந்த கிழமையில வரும். I mean, on which weekday does Good Friday fall? You cannot use this, things to ask AI. Okay, you should be knowing it. That is what, like, common sense and things like that. So AI can never. You don't have to use it to replace your own thought process or critical thinking, but just use it to, like a supplement. Like, if someone is deficient with iron or something, they will be taking the supplementary iron medicine, right? Like, they will not be living completely by eating the medicines. Okay, that will definitely be good food. So in similar way, you can actually use AI for the benefit of learning and speeding up all your tasks and automations and things like that. So yes, this is, I think, yeah, this is what I have, and I think we
Thanks,
have completed
Lavanya.
it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hope you all had an interesting learning session where you had gone through so many things. So we have taught you a lot of things, right from how do we use ChatGPT to Notebook LM to Replit, then creating profiles using Replit, right? Then we looked at how we can use Gemini, Google Colab Notebook. How do you learn something, and how do we create user manuals, right? And how do we generate code? How do we debug? How do we study for exams? How do we prepare a concept, right? And we also saw, like, how do we prepare for quantitative aptitude exam, generation from speech to text to speech. Like that, there are so many things that we have learned. So in these 4 hours, we have given you a lot of things that you can take forward. Now, what I want to tell you is that, see, now what you have seen is, we have seen how do we use AI, how do we use AI. But if you are interested in how to build AI systems, right, or to use AI for your own job, we would suggest you to go to the Swayam platform, right? Swayam Plus, right? So we request you to go to Swayam Plus, right? You look out for various courses, and Swayam Plus. Swayam Plus courses. Okay, I was having some courses. Where were they? Okay, explore the courses, right? So as I was telling, somebody was asking me, where can I learn database? So you can learn database from Applied Database Systems Engineering. Again, this is a paid course, but it will be very, very nominal fees, right? Suppose if you want to learn about other things like AI for accounting, right? AI for, sorry, I think my screen is paused. Okay, sorry. So now I've come to this AI, right? So here you can look at this, right? So here we have a lot of courses in Swayam Plus, right? Somebody asked, how do I learn database? You can look for Applied Database Systems Engineering. Suppose if you want to learn language skills, right? So especially when you want to learn, Python, right? You can learn Python 100 days of Python bundle, right? Then you have other AI courses like AI for agriculture. This course, right? So there is a new course for AI for agriculture, AI for educators. Okay, so suppose if you are teachers and other stuff, right? As a educators, you can learn, you can take up this course, right? Then you have AI for accounting, AI for chemistry, AI for physics. These are all free courses, right? So we expect as a continuation, right? As you go on, right? So if you want to learn more and more things about AI ML and make yourself, good in this area, right? We suggest you to work on these, courses. So with this, I know it is time for lunch for you all. So we will take a break now, and we will stop this session now. And if you have any questions, We will give you an email ID to which you can send your questions, and then we will send it. So I am writing that email address now. So you can send your email queries to that, and we will try to respond to that. Which is 1 minute. Just a second. I'll put that in the chat window. This is the code. This is the email ID to which you can send iitmlsda@gmail.com. Okay. So if you have any queries, you can send this to this email address. Your queries, just in subject mention Dayanand College workshop, like that. You mention that query in subject and ask your queries. We will be happy to respond to your questions. Okay. Thank you, and we will see you in the next session. Thanks a lot for your time. Have a nice weekend. Thank you.